Ready, steady, go! Lyrical style in my flow, yo! Yo, ready! Ready! Lyrical style in my flow, yo! Ready, steady, go! And good evening, everybody. How's it going? Legally Blind Gamer here. Hope you're having a good evening tonight. Start of Season 20. Season 20. 20 seasons of the PBE. Wow. Wow. 20 seasons. Alright, so Week 1, Thursday, Miners Action. Hope you're all having a good evening tonight. I am waiting on my co-host, Hummus God, our newly crowned PBE Commissioner. Looking over here in my Discord to see if I've gotten any responses yet. They were running a few minutes late. So rather than keep the whole stream waiting, decided to go ahead and get started here. As you can see on my screen right now, this is the new Dallas Dynamo's ballpark for Season 20. Finally, with the new edition of us using Out of the Park Baseball 21, I was able to switch out and upgrade to the new Globe Life Field for the Texas Rangers, which is now the home of the Dallas Dynamos as well. Very nice looking ballpark. I sure love the layout of the seats, and I love how there's this whole little section up here at the top. That is so cool up there. Little bleachers, like the sky bleachers or something up there. But we are going to go ahead and get started here. Let me just look one more time at Discord. Alright, so Hummus is saying he's here, so we'll go ahead and give him a call. Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
How's it going?
Doing well. About to check out the Twitch chat right now. We live or what?
We sure are.
Nice. Hope everyone's doing great. Happy Thursday night first Thursday of season 20.
Absolutely. And congratulations on becoming the new PBE commissioner. Looking forward to seeing how you do.
Is it congratulations or pray for me? No, I'm kidding. I'm flattered and excited to do what the commissioners did before me, which is leave some kind of footprint with the league after I'm done. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome. Everybody's been working really well with me. So, yeah, I hope that continues because that kind of is 90% of my job. So,
absolutely. All right. Well, big night tonight. Start of the minor league featured matchups. And before we even get started with that, we have a whole day of PBE quick sims to get through here. So we're going to go ahead and get started with those. Let me make sure I'm on the right day. The 26th, looking at my schedule here, 26 is a PBE quick sim. So, first games first, we have our, let's see here, Death Valley Scorpions versus the Voyagers. And I'll go ahead and start off with this one here. And the Scorpions are going to win this one to a score of 10-5, 13 hits to 12. Looking at the Death Valley batting, best batter here, well, we got a couple of them. The first name, last name, and Rotor Wash getting 3 hits, 2 runs, and 2 RBIs each. Over on the New York side, several multi-hit games, but looks like our best one here is going to be Hunter Harrison going 2 for 5, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. Pitching-wise, Ed Barker getting the win, 3-0 now on the season. New York, Choate getting their first loss. For the Voiders, 1-1 now for Choate, and player of the game is Rotor Wash.
Nice.
And that brings us
Thank you, Ed Barker, for the fantasy stats.
Brings us now to game number 2, Space Rangers and the Aviators.
Aviators win 7-3, 13 hits to 4. Let's see if we find a standout batter from either team. Looks like Holden Afart had a great game for OBX, so big win for them. 3 for 5 with a ribby, 2 ribbies for Halen, 2 ribbies for Virgin Cannon. We'll go down to the pitchers. Cato gets the win, 1 and 2 now. Johnson gets a save, 3 saves. Colton Kai, 1 and 2 now takes the loss, and Walker Cato, 8 innings, 10 strikeouts, 3 runs given up is your player of the game.
All right, and now game number 3 is the Raptors and the Demons. And Raptors beating the Demons with a score of 6-1, 13 hits to 4. Looking at our batting here, wow, 2 4-hit games here for Boise with Jake Grins and Brunson both getting 4 hits, 2 runs for Grins, but 4 RBIs for Brunson. Was that a grand slam? Let's see here. No, just a 2-run, so 2 RBIs separately from a 2-run home run for them. On the Detroit side, only 1 multi-hit game, and that was from Grant Iridian with 2 hits. Pitching-wise, Boise, Daniel Collins getting their first win of the season, 1 and 2 now for them. Walter White, their first save, and for Detroit, Young, their second loss, 1 and 2 for Young. Player of the game is Joshua Brunson. And that takes us to game number 4, our Vandals versus the Stars. Man.
And the Stars edging the Vandals 2-1. They continue their hot streak, 7-3 now. Let's see. Herb Sessions had a good game, 3 for 4 with a ribby, but Buswell 2 for 3, Fry 2 for 3, only 2 runs scored, so not much batting combined from both teams. We'll go down. Nacho Varga gave up 1 run, Ford Hammer, gets his ERA now down to 5.06. Brent Lemieux 0-3 now, only gave up 2 runs though in 7 innings, but Brent Lemieux in a losing effort is your player of the game. Stars with a pitcher's duel gets the W.
And that puts Stars at 7-3 now for the season. Wow.
Hot start. Story of the season for sure.
Right.
Underdogs.
Game number 5, we have the Sloths and the Crabs. And the Sloths here in extra innings, the top of the 12th, get 2 runs to break the tie and make the score 7-5, 10 hits for each team. Looking at San Antonio's batting, wow, Wilson going 3 for 6 with 2 runs scored and 4 RBIs. Looking at Wilson here, only 1 on for that home run. Over on the Providence side, multi-hit games from Morimura and Small, but Morimura with 3 runs and 2 RBIs. Pitching, Dugan with the blown save, Shinkansen with their first win this season, and Windsor with their first save. And for the Crabs, Shower Handle the fourth with their second blown save, and Wilson with their first loss. All right, and player of the game is Nick Wilson. Whoops. And game number 6 is the Toros and the Rougarous.
Toros and the Roogs. The Rougarous squeak out a 3-2 win. Even on hits, they scored that winning run in the 6th, and nobody scored after that. Bottom of the 3rd, DiStefano Jr. broke it open with a 2-run homer. We'll go down. So that's a nice game for him. Coco McQueen had that gentleman on my podcast last night. Phillies fan 96. Nice game for him. He gets player of the game with a 1-2 now on the year. It only gave up 2 runs in 7.1 innings. Nice game. Peter Dawson only gave up 3 as well. So 10 strikeouts to 11 strikeouts. Great pitching. You love to see that as a pitcher. But Coco McQueen, player of the game. Nice win for the Rougarous.
All right, and that finishes us out for the majors, and no games today for the minors, and that brings us to our first featured matchup, which is going to be the Swifties versus the Dynamos.
I picked the Dynamos in this one in my commish pick, so maybe that's what it takes to get a win for my Swifties, is to pick against them.
All right, well, let's see here. Pitching wise for the Swifties, you need to calm down with a 1-1 record, 4.15 ERA versus Bob Beaumont, 1-0 with the 3.29 ERA. Looking at the matchups here, let me just check one thing, make sure that is correct. All right, it is 6-3 batting wise in the Swifties' favor, and Swifties' favor for pitching. So let's see how this one turns out. Here we go, and first batter up is going to be Haka Haka. Dallas Dynamos, first featured game in the new ballpark.
Here we go.
And we'll get a strikeout here from Haka Haka. And that brings up McCollum. McCollum getting struck out by Beaumont as well. And now Dominguez Jr. Dominguez to the shortstop. Throws over, makes the play, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. Dynamo's coming up now. Avon is up first. Avon to the first baseman, runs over, makes the tag, and that is out number 1. Strikeout here from Johnny Tsunami, and that brings up Randy Myth. Randy Myth striking out, and another 1-2-3 innings. Still 0-0. Top of the second we go. Swifties. This one hit the first baseman, runs over, tags the base. Out number 1. Dinkle. And that's a strikeout, and that retires the side. Saying the sim is too slow.
He's trolling. He's trolling. There's no way.
Okay. And
dang it, Shu, stop trolling on your birthday. Happy birthday.
And we get a leadoff walk here for the Dynamos. This one's hit towards center field. This one should be caught. Runner does not tag. 1 out, 1 on. This one's drilled deep towards the right side. This one could be gone. And he makes a catch. Hit right to the third baseman, gets the out of second, and that'll retire the side. That takes us now to the top of the third, still 0-0.
State College will bring up Jimbo Jaggedy. The lefty will pop it up left field, and left fielder's there for easy catch, Tsunami. So DB with the grounder to the second baseman, and he's out. So 2 outs now for Humongous. Humongous pop up left field. Left fielder gets there and he's out. So 1-2-3 inning for Bob Beaumont. And now Fox will come up for Dallas. Fox will ground out to the first baseman. Pitcher's there in time. Bloomfield will pop up. Second baseman goes out to the grass and makes the catch. So 2 outs now for Avon. Avon grounded to the third baseman, and he's out. So nothing doing for either team. Top of the 4th. Haka out. So McCollum, I'm going to struggle, even though I did this last year. McCollum gets the first hit for both teams in this game. So breaks the no-hitter up for Beaumont. And now Dominguez will come up and strike out. So Dub City, who's your poker champion of the House Cup, will crack one and will drop for a single. So 2 runners on now for Dinkle. Dinkle grounded to second baseman, easy out at first. So no runs scored, but 2 hits. No hitter broken up. Dallas, see if they could get their first hit. Tsunami will pop out in left field, in the gap, excuse me. You need to calm down, having a nice game. Randy Myth, grounder. Oh, and he gets the infield single. So first hit of the game, no hitter broken up. And the runner will go after the strikeout, and he's safe. So 2 outs, runner. Oh, he's out, excuse me. So a weird double play there. The strikeout and the stolen base caught. Wow, what a play. Someone clipped that. So he struck out, and then the runner got out on the caught stealing. Nice play. Oh, and he bobbled it in center. Drozdov gets the double. Ends up at second base. Jimbo will pop up to right field, and the runner thought about it, but the runner stays. Drozdov not moving. So DB will ground it to the second baseman. Move the runner to third, though now it's 2 outs for Humongous. Humongous ground out, and they're saying the clip setting might not be on right now for Twitch. Interesting. Chat just saw it. Josh Ju just asked that in the chat.
If one of our moderators could check that. I know Diesel's on right now.
Diesel, if you could check. Okay, so it is on. Eldorian just confirmed. So pop out, Remington Stevens. No team has scored yet, by the way. It's still a pitcher's duel 0-0. Wallace strikeout. Pluto will ground it to the third baseman. Another out. So down in order. You need to calm down. Having himself a game. Might want to clip that just dominant performance so far from you need to calm down. You love that as a pitcher. Beaumont now also having a game. Ooh, the classic curvature on the ball. OTP, the grounder to the second baseman. And State College, can they get something going? Strikeout. So 1, 2, 3, Beaumont dominating. You need to calm down. Ooh, Beans, Vincente Fox. Wow. That probably hurt. Bloomfield. Oh, passed the ball. Wild pitch. And Fox will move to second. Bloomfield will walk. So now 2 runners on, no outs for Avon. Can Dallas get a run on the board? And grounded to the second baseman. Double play. Wow, great defense. So 2 outs now. And strike 3. So you need to calm down. Is calm and focused and settled in. Nice inning. Dub City, strikeout. Can the Swifties bats wake up here? Dinkle will come up with 1 out. Strikeout. So Bob Beaumont, give him credit, is dominating on the mound. And Drozdov, 2 out single. So can a 2-out rally for State College? Probably not with that. Oh, he bobbled it. An error by the shortstop. So a couple runners with 2 outs.
Oh, boy.
And the crack of the bat, left field, it's gone. After the error by the shortstop, he's not sleeping tonight. Humongous will come up 3-0. What a shot. Someone clipped that sequence. Dub City's happy in the chat. Wow. And the Swifties are alive here in the 7th. The runner will go. Hakaka is up to bat now. Strikeout. So the wild top of the 7th is over. Can Dallas get something going with their bats? Bottom of the 7th here. Strikeout. So you need to calm down. Probably your player of the game so far. Ground out at first for Caldera, so Stevens will come up. Stevens and the classic, probably see that in a clip later on tonight. But we'll go to the top of the 8th. Good luck. You got this, LBG.
All right, and McCollum's up now for the Swifties. And he's thrown out at first, route number 1. Dominguez Jr. now. Dominguez through the gap on the right side, and that'll be a single with 1 out. And that brings up Dub City. Dub City hits right to shortstop. They get 1, and they get the double play. That'll retire the side. Bottom of the 8th we go. Dallas down by 3. Otis Wallace up first. Otis. Deep fly ball to right field. He's at the warning track and makes the play. And that'll be a check swing walk here for Johnny Pluto. And now Vincente Fox. Fox right to the first baseman, goes and makes a tag at first. Runner advances to second. And a strikeout, leaving one stranded. Last inning, here we go. Swifties up by 3. 5th, 6th, and 7th batters. Dinkle up first. Dinkle. And what a play by the third baseman. Remington Stevens reaches right over and grabs that one with the diving catch. Second baseman throws that one over for out number 2. And now Jimbo. Jimbo, towering shot, left center field. And enough height that that one is caught, and that retires the side. Last chance here for the Dynamos. Top of the order, Avon, Tsunami, and Myth. Avon strikes out looking. Johnny Tsunami now, 1 out. Tsunami down the right field line. This could be a double. Johnny going to second. And bobbled the ball. He's going to third. That's going to be a triple. Johnny Tsunami with the triple.
Jeez.
Runner in scoring position, 1 out. And this looks like it could be a tag at third. Towering fly ball center field. Johnny tags. No relay throw. And that makes the score 3-1. Dynamo's down by 2 now. This looks like a base hit in shallow right field. And Cloudera getting on. Tying run coming to the plate. Remington Stevens. And that is going to be caught in the outfield. And that'll retire the side. And the Swifties win this one. Raise their record to 4-5 over the Dynamos. The score of 3-1. 3 hits to 7. 2 errors for the Dynamos. Batting wise, we have 2 hits from Drozdoff for the Swifties with a run scored. Over on the other end, only single hits for Dallas hitters. State College pitching. You need to calm down. Getting their second win of the season. 2-1 now for them. Evans with their first save, and Bob Beaumont with their first loss goes 1-1. You need to calm down, player of the game. And that takes us now to game number 2, the Hepcats and the Wheelers.
And Hepcats win at Anchorage 6-1, 9-4 on hits, dominant. Picked against them, so 0-2 now. Oh no, this is still day 1. Excuse me. But let's see. Go down to the batters. 2 ribbies for someone on Kansas City. Sean Scott. Nice game for him. We'll go down to the pitchers now. Fant 0-2 now, takes the loss. Galvin 2-0, 6 strikeouts. Richards gets a save, second save, but Tim Galvin only gave up a run in 5.1 with 6 strikeouts. Is your player of the game.
And that takes us to game number 3, the Kingpins and the Mounties. And the Kingpins beating the Mounties here with the score of 5-3, 10 hits to 8. Kingston, we have 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and a run here from Kirkby. And over on the Chicago side, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and a run from Ben Stacking Paper. Pitching wise, Kingston, Kuromuchi getting their 3rd loss of the season. And for Chicago, Dart getting their first win. 1-2 now for Dart. And Pickle Pocket getting their 3rd save. Player of the game is Smoochie Dart. And that takes us to our final minors game, the Dillos and the 66ers.
And the Dillos topped the 66ers 7-3. Hot Dog Sandwich had a nice game, but batting Sixers, nobody had more than a ribby. A lot of people had 2 hits, 2 for 4 for Jim. We'll keep it moving down to the pitchers. Hot Dog Sandwich moves to 2-1. Only gave up a run. He's definitely your player of the game. 6 strikeouts. Look at that ERA, 0.5. The save goes to Hammer, and Insider will take the loss. But Hot Dog Sandwich, player of the game in the Drinkies Cast Dillo Dome. Looks like that's an auction win right there.
I believe
I actually
so.
did hear about that. Shout out to Jay Jazz. Very, very fitting name. Gotta advertise your podcast when you can.
And that takes us now to the majors, and game number 1 for that one is the Aviators and the Space Rangers. And Aviators winning this one. Almost to 500 now for the Aviators, 5-6. Score of 5-1, 6 hits to 2, only 2 hits for the Space Rangers here. Looking at the batting, looks like it was a home run from Shake It Off for Florida. Was the only score there. For Outer Banks, we have a run, a hit, and 2 RBIs from both Bergen Cannon and Tyler Swift. On the pitching end for Florida, McQuack getting their 3rd loss this season, 0-3 for McQuack. Outer Banks, Ray's Funk, their 2nd win, 2-1 for Funk, and Ray's Funk is your player of the game. Game 2.
Shu got a birthday ribby.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Shu.
Happy birthday, Shu. And now Raptors and Demons.
That's back to back. Demons lose late 4-2. 4 runs scored in the eighth by Boise. We'll look at their batters. 2 for 3 with a ribby for Kaisenboon, but Finn Reese, wow, 3 ribbies off of 1 hit. And yeah, Etsuko Room went the distance, gets the win 2-0. And she only gave up 2 runs. Definitely your player of the game. Vivi Zielman had a nice game for herself as well. Gave up 0 runs in 8.1.
Wow.
So Chadwick came in and also gave up 0 runs. So it looks like some errors happened there. But Etsuko Rune, 9 strikeouts, is your player of the game. Nice win for Boise.
All right, and now game 3, the Crabs and the Sloths, and this looked like a high-scoring game here. 12-6, 14 hits to 10, 2 errors for the Sloths in this one. Batting-wise for San Antonio, we have 2 runs, 3 hits, and 2 RBIs for John Camden. And on the Providence side, several multi-hit games here, but I'm going to go with Dorothy Morimura. 3 hits, 2 runs, and 2 RBIs. Pitching
Nice.
for San Antonio, Dude Manbro getting their second loss of season 1 and 2 now for them. Jose 43, their third win, 3-0 now for 43. Dandy Chickens Jr. is your player of the game. Dorothy Morimura ties the Providence regular season game record for doubles with 3. And that takes us to game 4, our Vandals versus the Stars.
SD Core is asking about the ballparks. Looks like the Dallas one looked good, right?
Yeah, Dallas one looked fine.
Okay, so I guess we'll kind of check that. But yeah, Diesel was saying SD Core.
We never got an updated ballparks file from the Sim Team Discord, so I'm still just running the default MLB ones that he had set originally. But for the custom ballparks, we still need that file to be fixed in the Discord in order to get that working. I never saw anything in there from him about that being updated, so we'll have to, I guess, get that going on the Saturday stream.
Awesome. Vandals 3-1 win. Bentley, I'm glad you stayed on. This is the one screen that I'm okay with staying on. Bentley had a nice game, so we'll go down to the batters. Let's see. 2 for 4 for Kronk. Only 2 ribbies for Shaderme. It's the bottom of the order. 2 for 4 for Geist for Nashville. So good game for both teams. We'll go down to the pitchers. And Baxter takes the loss, 3 runs given up. Bentley takes the win. It's my player, 2-1 now, 7 strikeouts on the game. Bentley now with 2 players of the game so far. Had a bad outing, though, his second outing. But, yeah, good win for Vancouver.
All right, and to answer Diesel's question, I do show here on the schedule that the 4th of June is a home game for Kingston, so I guess we'll find out later in the stream if that's working for him or not for the ballpark. And that moves us now to our next game, game number 5, the Scorpions and the Voyagers. Scorpions beating the Voyagers here, a score of 8-3, 12 hits to 5, 2 errors for the Voyagers. Death Valley batting. Best batter here is going to be first name, last name, going 3 hits and a run, but 3 RBIs as well for Stone. On the New York side, 2 runs, 2 hits, and 3 RBIs for Tentacion. Pitching wise for Death Valley, Balquin getting their first win of the season, 1-1 for Balquin now. Haley McConnell getting their first hold. And for New York, Sievert getting their first loss, 2-1 now for Sievert. Player of the game is Tentacion.
Tentacion having a great year. Told Ryan Tyler the other night, we were talking, I was like, hey, man, your player's balling.
Right.
Nice win for the Toros. Sneak by the Rougarous, so got that win. They took that loss yesterday, so dreading for Tarvington, great pitcher, difference maker for sure. We'll go down to the batters. Not really much doing from either team, so we'll just keep going, keep it scrolling. And Tarvington went 7 innings, only gave up a run. But Arian picks up the win, 2 innings pitched there. Pleasance with the blown save, Salchicha with the loss for New Orleans, and Tarvington's your player of the game.
All right, and that finishes us out for today. And that was the 27th of May. And for the 28th, we have the Mounties versus the Kingpins. And taking a look at our pitchers here for Kingston, we have Billy Greer with an 0-1 record, 4.91 ERA, versus the Kingpins' Jackson Wohler, brand new draftee, I believe. They went really high in the first round, I think like 3rd or 4th pick, something like that. Wooler 1-0 with a 6.14 ERA. And looking at the matchups, we've got 2 Mounties, 5 Kingpins, and 2 ties. So Kingpins here with the advantage, but Mounties have the advantage in pitching. First up here is going to be Jerry Jingles for the Mounties. This looks like a custom park with the ivy on the walls there. And Jingles hits right to the shortstop for out number 1, and that brings up Hills. Hills pop up at the edge of the infield, and that is caught by shortstop, out number 2. LaFleur hit right to second baseman, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. And we take it now to the bottom of the first. Chicago up this time. Akuma Matata, fly ball in the infield. Oh, that's a left field, outfield fly ball. That's out number 1. This one drilled down the right field line into the ivy, going for 2. And that's going to be a stand-up double for Ben Stacking Paper. This one hit right to the shortstop, and Valor will get thrown out, but a runner advances, and now Bone. And a fly ball to center field, and that'll do it. Leaves one stranded. Top of the second we go. Kingston up again. And that's a leadoff walk here for Kirkby, and that'll bring up Gravy.
Chili Gravy. Approved Gravy, one of my approved players. Having a nice year.
And a double play there by the second baseman and the shortstop. This one hit towards center field, and that's a line drive right to the center fielder. 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the second. Kingpin's up. And strikeout swinging from Zach Mouse. And now Keith Lee. Lee strikes out looking. And now Parker Beauchamp. Beauchamp, fly ball, center field, and that is caught. And that does it for the second inning. Top of 3rd we go.
Rose now, but back-to-back games, LBG, you flew through those 2 innings. No runs scored in both games so far. So Cruz is cold. Will pop out, infield pop out. So Bland, the lefty, strikeout. So 1-2-3 they go. Suzuki now for Chicago, and the lefty. And it's gone over the right field, 480 feet, breaking open this game. 1-0 lead now, Chicago. Strikeout for Nocio. Loving the noise we got. So 1 out now. 3rd strikeout for Billy Greer. Acuna Matata, excuse me. Got to say those Enyes. Pop out. Ben Stacking. I'm from Miami, so Ben Stacking Paper. Pop out into left fielder. Back-to-back catches for the left fielder. So all my homies love Billy Greer. Yes, sir. Jingles crack of the bat straight to the right fielder, though. So Hills will come up for Kingston. Can they put a hit on the board? And eventually maybe a run. LaFleur hitting 289, the lefty. Strikeout, 1-2-3 for Jackson and Wooler. So Chicago now, bottom of the 4th. Valor. Opposite field there into right field. Gets the single. So Bone will walk. So Billy Greer in a little bit of a bind here. 2 runners, no outs. Strikeout, though. That helps. Now Lee will come up. Ooh, bases juice now after that walk. First bases juice of the night. Will Beauchamp do something with it? Beauchamp grounded to the pitcher, and they score the run. No chance there. So, oh wait, no, I'm kidding. He's out.
He's out.
The pitcher made the play at home, so no runs.
Oh.
They leave bases juice. Chicago, though, still up 1-0, but Kingston now with a chance to do something to come back. Strikeout for Kirkby. So Chili Gravy. Don't know how that would taste. Don't try this at home, folks. Del Olmo now will come up after the single by Gravy. Strikeout. Jackson Wooler settling in. Rose will come up. Ooh, Wooler being the batter. Maybe they had a little confrontation. Who knows? Cruz, the cold batter will get the hit, and the runner will think about it but stay. So bases juice, 2 outs. All the pressure from Bland now. Bland, it's going, it's deep, it's gone over the right field wall. Grand salami, first of the night. Clip that. Kingston breaking open this game. My commish pick takes the lead here 4-1 on the road, and that will do it. So Chicago will come up. What a grand slam. Woo. Yeah, I'm sorry, Bauer. Hey, you never know. You know how OTP late game minors, the relievers, you know how that goes. Nochio, though, will pop out. Matata. Oh, and it's deep, and it's gone. The solo blast. Hashtag blast, says the play-by-play there. Wow. So 4-2 game, right when Bauer says turn it off, maybe you should keep it off. Stacking paper strikeout. Valor will come up. And opposite field, nice hit against the wall. Go for 2. Will he go for 3? Nope, sliding in for 2. Okay, Bauer's still here. So everyone, Bauer's still here.
Welcome back.
He didn't turn it off. He lied. So I don't know. Should we be trusting him now when he tells us he's doing something?
Oh boy.
Opposite field. A runner will come home. Runner will score. Another runner will come. And the shortstop throws it to third. So 2 runners will score. And now we have a tied game. We live for the Bauer updates. Yeah, Bex. Keep updating me, please. What's Bauer up to? And his team is now winning after a wild 4-run inning with 2 out. 2 out. Really a true comeback here. Beauchamp will come up. Beauchamp will end the wild bottom of the 5th. Wow. Bauer, please keep the game on. Do whatever. Yeah, you're staying for sure. Kingston will come up top of the 6th. Hills will ground it to the second baseman. Will be out there. So LaFleur. This is a fun game so far. Right? I'm not going to lie. Strikeout. Kirkby pop up to left field. And in the warning track, but he's out. 3 up, 3 down. So Suzuki will come up for Chicago and maybe bottom of the 6th. And he pushes one past the second baseman. So Nochio will come up and from the 9 hole and will pop up in the infield. Shortstop's there, easy out. So Matata grounded to the pitcher. They'll go for second. Oh, the double play. Wow. What great defense by Kingston. Clip that. I don't know how he got the runner at first. What a turn there by the second baseman. Amazing. So we'll go to Kingston now. Chili Gravy, the lefty, will ground out. So Del Olmo, who's hitting 206, will strike out. So Rose, the center fielder, will come up. The lefty will ground it to the second baseman. 1-2-3 again. So Kingston hasn't done much since the 5th. Bottom of the 7th now for Chicago, who's winning currently. Bauer is still here. He's in the chat still. Strikeout for stacking paper, though. Valor will come up. Got to know where he's at. Valor. Strikeout. Diesel's also here, obviously. Kingston GM. So battle of the GMs here. Bone will pop up in 1-2-3. So we'll go top of the 8th. LBG will take over. Kingston come back here. Down a run.
Here we go. Cruz for Kingston up next. Number 8 hitter. Cruz. And this is a towering shot towards left field. And that is caught at the wall.
Wow. I thought it was gone.
I did too. This one is hit in foul territory, right side, and that is out number 2. And I guess that's a walk there. Walk. 2 out, walk. And this one is hit up the gap in the center. Runner moving to third, and now we have runners at the corners. 2 outs. LaFleur takes a walk, and now bases juiced. Kirkby with the grand slam opportunity here. Kirkby. And a run walks home, and the game is now tied 5-5. Top of the 8th. Here we go. Gravy. Chili Gravy with the chance. Chili Gravy. Second baseman makes a play. And that'll retire the side, leaving 3 stranded. But Kingston ties it up. Bottom of the 8th we go. Chicago's chance now. Number 5 hitter Zach Mouse. Mouse hits the shortstop, throws across, gets out number 1. Lee up now. Lee striking out, and that'll bring up Parker Beauchamp. Whoa, champ. You can really see the sidearm throws and stuff now in 21. Have you noticed that? They were all like just the regular animations before, but you can definitely see the pitching styles now. And that'll retire the side. 9th inning, tie game, Kingston, Del Omo. And that is out of here. And that makes the score 6-5 now with Kingston in the lead.
Clip City.
This one hit towards the second baseman, out number 1. And now Cruz again. Cruz, shortstop grabs this one, and that is out number 2. Bland. And Bland pops up towards center field. That's a fly out, and now we go bottom of the 9th. Down by 1, Chicago. This one's down the left field line. And Suzuki getting on base with the leadoff single. That'll bring up number 9 hitter, Nokio. And that'll be a base hit as well in center field. Runner going to third, and the throw. And he's safe. Runners at the corners, no outs. Kingston. And that's a base hit. And runner going to third. And he's safe again. Runners at the corners, tie game, 6-6.
Jeez.
No outs, and that is it right there with the walk-off. Ben Stacking Paper, the hero of the game, breaking the ties, 7-6.
First walk-off of minor night Thursdays of season 20.
Absolutely. All right, looking at our stats here, 7-6 was the final score. 12 hits to 5. Kingpin's way ahead in the hit department there. Kingston batters only single hits, but we did have Bland with the 4 runs there. I believe that was a grand slam, wasn't it? No, that was just he had 3 RBIs and a home run as well. On the Chicago side, several multi-hit games here, but we're going to go with Suzuki. 3 for 4 with 2 runs and the RBI, but let's not forget Ben Stacking Paper winning the game. 2 hits and an RBI as well. Pitching wise for Kingston, in relief, Benson getting their second loss and first blown save. 0-2 now for Benson. And for Chicago, Pickle Pocket first blown save with Kingpin in relief. 1-0 now for Kingpin with the win. Jackson Waller is your player of the game. And that takes us now to game number 2, and that's going to be the Swifties and the Dynamos.
Oh, sorry about that. Head back to the stream here. I was checking my DMs, but Lagoose Dynamos tidy 2-0 win, clean win there. Bottom of the 8th, scored both their runs in the game. So not much doing for the batters. So we'll Lagoose though got that scattered those 2 hits over 8 innings. So we'll keep going down. Sorry about that. Lagoose is definitely your player of the game. Gave up no runs in 8 innings. Johnny Unitas got the save. Tam gave up no runs as well, so can't do anything about that. Evans came in relief, gave up both those runs, so Dallas gets the win. Lagoose player of the game.
All right, and that takes us to game number 3, and that is going to be the Hepcats and the Wheelers. And the Wheelers winning this one and getting to 500 with a 5-5 record now. Score of 5-3, 10 hits to 8. Kansas City batting, a couple of multi-hit bats here. Rose and Scott both getting 2 hits and an RBI and a run scored. Over on the Anchorage side, 2 hits and 2 RBIs for Finelli. Pitching-wise, Kansas City, Digger Jr. getting their first loss. 1-1 now for Digger Jr. and their second blown save. And for Anchorage, Crab getting their second win. 2-2 now for Crab on the season. And Kenta Masawa is your player of the game. And now finally game 4, the 66ers and the Dillos.
66ers dropped the Dillos, dropped them off for a 9-3 win on the road. They moved to 6-4. I saw LGM in the chat. So sorry about that. 66ers, though, get the win. I saw Brainchild here. It's a nice win for your team. Hard and long, 2 for 5. Nice game for you, Brainchild. We'll keep it moving, though. And Miller, 2-0 now, gets the win for San Bernardino. Law, 1-1 now. And Big Jim, the batter, want to go up, check his stats real quick. Sorry about that, Jim. Jim's your player of the game, 3 for 5 with 2 ribbies with 3 runs scored. Nice game for the 66ers. Hard long bomb, nice bomb.
And that finishes
Max
us out
Miller,
for
yep.
absolutely. Finishes out for the majors or the minors. Now we have majors, and the first game is the Toros and the Rougarous. And Toros coming up way ahead in this one, 11-4, 13 hits to 7. Batting wise, wow, look at that. 4 runs, 3 hits, and 7 RBIs for DJ Steele. Let's see how Steele did here. Steele getting 3 home runs in this game. Wow, 3 different home runs, and were they all? So it was one run, one hit run, or 1 run home run, another run home run, and a 2-run home run. Over for New Orleans.
Record?
That's a good question. We'll have to see if it broke
3
anything
for 4
down
for
here at the bottom.
Beauregard.
Yeah.
Jeez.
3 hits and an RBI for Beauregard. Over on the other side, pitching, Kid Carsey getting their second win. 2-1 now for Carsey. And Dupree with their 3rd save. And for New Orleans, McDougal getting their first loss. 1-1 now for McDougal. Player of the game is DJ Steele. DJ Steele ties the Cancun regular season game record for home runs with 3. DJ Steele ties the Cancun regular season game record for runs with 4. DJ Steele ties the Cancun regular season game record for RBI with 7. So 3 ties for DJ Steele, breaking Cancun records here in this one game.
Just sleeping in the Cancun Toros record book, all creating a hammock there, just resting there.
Right.
McDougal's fun one because he gave up 25 runs in spring training and then shut out the Crabs in a complete game in the regular season and Tuesday night. So
wow,
fun. Raptors fall short though. Demons get a win now, move to 3-9 at home. Let's see. Molly Mitchell led the way, former Swiftie. Hey, what's up? Let's see. 2 for 4 for Law Jr. for Detroit. Looks like for Raptors, not much doing. A lot of solo hits there. Mitchell, though, 4 runs given up in 6 innings. Mostyn gave up 5 and takes the loss 0-2. LeBlanc gets a save and a 3-inning save. Wow, that should be the player of the game right there. But Molly Mitchell, though, former Swiftie, player of the game. Good win for Detroit. Back in the win column.
All right, and now game number 3, the Scorpions and the Voyagers, and Scorpions just barely squeaking through this one, 4-3, 12 hits to 6 though. Looking at our batting here, 2 3-hit games for Death Valley, Sim and Fulman. Fulman though also getting 2 RBIs in that one. New York, we have 3 hits a run and 2 RBIs for Ulysses Rove. Pitching for Death Valley, Masato in relief gets their second win, 2-0 now for Masato. Leon gets their first save. And for New York in relief, Spruce taking their first loss, 1-1 now for Spruce. Ulysses Rove is player of the game. Game 4 are Vandals and the Stars.
Vandals and the Stars, and Vandals back in the win column, 500-2. Formerly known as charity, was it the World Baseball Classic Charity Tournament? He had his name wrong, but Toby McMullen, player of the game, had a nice game, or I don't even know, but we'll see. Ooh, Chris King, nice game.
Woohoo!
3 for 5 with the ribby and 2 runs. 2 ribbies for Crunk, 3 for 5. 3 ribbies for McMuffin, but we'll go here. 2 ribbies for Winston. We'll keep moving now. We'll go check out the pitchers. Tokiyami, 1-1, takes the loss. Ripspod gets the win, gave up 1 run in 6.1. Johnson came in, and Kid got the save. Second on the year. Thank you for my fantasy team. But Toby McMuffin is your player of the game. Season 13 create. So got to represent.
Absolutely. And that brings us to game number 5, the Crabs and the Sloths. And Crabs beating the Sloths with a score of 9-2. 12 hits to 5 in this one. 3 errors total between the teams. Let's see here. Sloths, or it's going to be Crabs now, moved to 10-2 on the season. Wow. Crabs just breaking out right from the start. San Antonio batting. We only have 1 multi-hit game here, and that was from Tomato Turtle with 2 hits, an RBI, and a run scored. Over on the other side, 5 players of multi-hit games here, but the best one's going to be Speedy Gonzalez. 2 for 5 with 2 runs and 3 RBIs. Pitching for San Antonio, Daring getting their second loss, starting. 0-2 now for Daring. And for Providence, J.A. Jabs getting their second win. 2-1 now for Jabs, with Shower Handle the fourth getting their first hold. Player of the game is J.A. Jabs. Game 6, the Space Rangers and the Aviators.
And Castillo now 1-1. Florida wrote a 5-0 win, 6 hits to 4. So both teams not much doing in the batting department. Clutch at bats though for Florida to get those 5 runs on 6 hits. We'll keep Check out the batters, though. I saw a 2 for 3 there from Florida. We'll check real quick. 2 ribbies for Helmer, 2 for 3, and a run scored. So we'll keep it moving. Smash Jackson takes the loss, only gave up 3 runs, though. Shout out to W. Shy. Castillo, though, no runs given up in 7.1. Gets the win 1-1, and Castillo is your player of the game. Nice win for Florida.
And that finishes us off for the majors for today, and that was for the 28th. And that brings us now to the 29th, which is going to be the Hepcats versus Anchorage.
Who did I pick? I don't remember.
And looking at the pitching here, Hepcats, 8-2 now in the season for Hepcats. Luke Ario, 1-0 with a 4.91 ERA versus Troy Pressing, 1-0 with a 2.57 ERA. Looking at our matchups here. Wow, domination here by the Hepcats. Only 1 batter for the Wheelers. 8 batters for Hepcats and pitching for Hepcats as well. And we're going to start off with Thomas Rose, our leadoff batter for the game. Rose. And pitcher winding up. And Rose strikes out looking. And that'll bring up Howard. Howard will take a walk here. And now Taters. Taters. And that is an infield. Oh no! The second baseman dropped the ball.
Oh.
And that is going to be. I thought that was an error, but it is not. That is counted as a hit. And this is a hit to center field. And that's going to score a runner here. And Scott getting the RBI single. And that'll put Kansas City up 1-0. And a walk now. Juices the bases for Colvin. And now Torrent. Torrent with the big-time scoring chance opportunity. And that's going to drop in front of the left fielder. 1 run scores. Here comes the second run. And that is 2 runs scoring. That is now 3-0. Wheelers ahead. Runners at first and second. Still only 1 out. Second baseman throws to first, but the runners advance. 2 runners in scoring position here. Shortstop grabs this one, throws across, and that is an error, and a run scores. Runners at the corners, and it is now 4-0. And Anchorage having some issues here starting off, but this one's a fly ball to right field, and that is out number 3. Leaves 2 runners stranded. We now move to the bottom of the first. Anchorage already down by 4. This is a line drive right to the center fielder, out number 1. To the gap in center, and that's going to be a base hit for Powers. Papa Powers on first now. And J Doctor striking out looking. Nicholson Dimes striking out as well. And that'll retire the side, leaving 1 stranded. Top of the second we go. Kansas City already up by 4. And the shortstop for the Wheelers bobbled that one, and that is error number 2, only in the second inning here. Line drive to the left fielder, and that is out number 1. Runner still at first here. Runner going to second. Way late on the throw, and runner is safe easily. Down the right field line here, and that is going to be a base hit. Runner's coming home to score, and that is going to be an RBI single here for Taters. Score is now 5-0. Wheelers down. Towering fly ball to left field, and that is going to be a fly out number 2. Runner still at first. And another towering shot, this time to left center field. Center fielder's over there for that one. And Colvin catches it at the edge of the warning track. That retires the side, but Kansas City up now 5-0.
I might as well stop doing commish picks.
This is a fly out to the third baseman in the infield for out number 1. Towering shot left field. This one could be out of here. No, it's caught at the wall.
Jeez.
And hit right to the second baseman. And that is a 1-2-3 inning. Top of the third we go. Kansas City up already 5-0.
Alrighty, so Hepcats now looking to add to their lead. Add to my pain. Torrent ground to the shortstop, and Torrent is out. So Alderson will come up. Strikeout. So Hodge now, the right fielder from the 8-hole, will come up, the righty, and we'll pop it up to right field, and 1-2-3. So nice inning for Anchorage. Anchorage will come up with their batters now. Joe Burrow switching over to baseball. Oh, the bobbled ball. And
He ran
the
into
players
the
go out in the
stands.
outfield to go hang out with the fans. With Are there even fans there? I don't know. They probably just want to chill out there in the open seats, taking a break, water break. Stein, crack of the bat, left field, and it's gone. So 2-run game now after the nice 400-foot shot by Philip Stein. I hate Bob Nunning. Wow. So my pick looking a little better now. Powers, third baseman, will come up and we'll pop it up to the center fielder. No outs, so now 1 out. So all that was happening with no outs. And J Doctor will walk here. Nice eye. Dimes will come up. Grounder to the second baseman. Will they go for 2? Nope. So runner on second in scoring position for Sanchez. Sanchez grounder to the third baseman and makes the throw. Nice defense there to get out of there. So Kansas City now looking to add to the lead. Marksman, leadoff single there. Nice piece of hitting there. Rose, the hot hitter, with a runner on first. The slow roller to the pitcher, and the pitcher grabs it, and it's fielder's choice out at second. Nice defense by the pitcher. And the runner will go. Runner safe. 5th stolen base for Rose. Runner will go again.
Huh?
Oh, no. Clip that. Double steal there. Back to back there. And it worked out. The hitter, Howard, brings home Rose. So nice teamwork there by the Hepcats. Gotta love it. Taters. Strikeout. Sean's, I hear trash cans. Oh, good. Oh, goodness. Scott still up to bat after the stolen base, and it's deep, and it's gone. Sean Scott. Wow, nice home run there, 387 feet. So 8-3 lead. Breaks it back open for Kansas City. So my pick now looking horrible once again. Colvin, will they go back-to-back? Oh, my goodness, back-to-back jacks for the Hepcats. Wow, Hepcat. My goodness, back-to-back jacks. Another clip situation there, 9 lead. Pouring it on here in the top of the 4th. Torrent now. The DH will ground out. So the 2-out rally comes to an end, scored 4 runs total that inning. So Anchorage got their work cut out for them. Bottom of the 4th. Miners late game. You never know. Finelli, crack of the bat in left field, deep, but it's caught at the warning track. A lot of warning track hits tonight. Swift with the pop-up. The shortstop's there. Looks like they were playing the switch there. Or the shift, excuse me. Burrow, the ground out. So the Hepcats now looking to add to their...
Congratulations to Burbis Burr on their first home run on the stream.
Nice. Alderson, the pop-up to left field, pops out. Hodge will come up. Strikeout. Marksman will come up. 2 outs now. Can Pat Cummings... Oh, and being too far inside. And so Marksman's on base now. Rose, the hot hitter, will pop it up. And the center field is there in time. So Wheeler's now bottom of the 5th. Can they get something going here? And crack of the bat and a nice catch by Colvin. So Philip Stein, I hate Bob Nunning, who had that beautiful 3-run homer earlier, will pop up again deep in warning track, but it's out there. So Papa Powers, 2 outs. Strikeout, 1-2-3 for Arroyo there. And the Hepcats will bring up Howard, top of the 6th. Ooh, a nice eye there by Howard. So Taters will come up, grounded at the first baseman. They'll get 1, and they won't get the second. The throw won't come. So 1 out now. Scott had that home run that broke open this game. Now we'll get the pop out. So Colvin will come up and will walk. So 2 runners, 2 outs for Torrent. Runners on first and second. Can they add to their lead? Strike 3, Pat Cummings with the strikeout. Second on the day. Third on the day for Cummings. So Anchorage now, J Doctor, strikeout. And Nicholson Dimes will crack 1 over the second baseman. So Sanchez will come up. Down a bunch, though. Sanchez deepen the gap there, left center gap, and it's out in the near the warning track. Finelli strikeout. So Arroyo gets out of that inning safely. Alderson will come up for Kansas City. Strikeout. Hodge, strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts for Team Dog. And a walk now for Marksman. So Rose, the hot hitter, and the runner will go. Marksman's safe. So Rose with a runner in scoring position will pop it up and Team Dog gets all 3 outs there. So bottom of the 7th for Anchorage. Can they get back in this game? Down 6. Swift strikeout. Joe Burrow, formerly known from the Cincinnati Bengals. The grounder to the shortstop and out. So 2 outs now for Fisher. Can they get something going with 2 outs? Nope. Arroyo absolutely dominating. Only has given up 2 runs, but looks like the 7th strikeout for Arroyo. So we'll go to the top of the 8th with LBG.
Here we go. Howard, top of the 8th, starting us off. Howard towards right field, and we'll drop in front of the right fielder, and that is a base hit, starting us off for the top of the 8th. Taters. Taters towering fly ball in the infield, and that is caught for out number 1. Runner still at first. Scott striking out, and now Colvin. 2 outs, 1 on. Colvin. Line drive to center field, and that is caught, leaving 1 stranded. Bottom of the 8th we go now. Anchorage 6 outs away, but they need 6 runs. Top of the order. This one past the shortstop, and that's going to be a leadoff base hit for Stein. And that brings up Papa Powers. Runner at second. Powers striking out. J-Doctor now. J-Doctor over the third baseman's head. This could score a run. Here he comes. No, they stay at third. Runners at the corners. 1 out. Nickels and dimes. Nickels and dimes down the left field line. That's going to score 1. Runner's going to third. And he's going. No, he stays. 2 runners in scoring position now. 1 out. Sanchez right to the shortstop and gets the out at first, but the run does score, and it is now 9-5. And a strikeout. That'll retire the side, leaving 1 stranded. Top of the 9th we go. Kansas City. Middle of their lineup here. 6, 7, and 8. Torrent, Alderson, and Hodge. Torrent. And Torrent will get a walk here, and that'll bring up Mr. Robot, Elliot Alderson. Alderson over the second. Oh no, the second baseman ran out far enough to grab that one. And a strikeout looking here from Hodge, and now Marksman up. 2 outs, 1 on. And a strikeout. And Torrent left stranded. Last chance here for Anchorage. Bottom third of the order. Twift, Burrow, and Fisher.
Sailor Twift, jeez.
And Twift getting past the second baseman. Leadoff single here. That'll bring up Burrow. Burrow to third baseman. This could be a double play. And it is. 5-4-3 double play there. Last chance. Oh, what a diving catch by third. Oh, he just barely beats out the throw. Stein. Last chance. And Stein will walk. And here we go. 2 on, 2 outs. Papa Powers. Papa Powers.
ERA.
And Papa strikes out looking.
Greg Dicker Jr.
And that'll do it as the Hepcats getting their 9th win of the season now. 9-2 with the win over the Wheelers. A score of 9-5. 9 hits to 8. 4 errors in this series or this game here. Looking at our batting, a couple of multi-hit games for Kansas. But top one is going to be Scott going 2 runs, 2 hits, and 3 RBIs. On the Anchorage side, 2 runs, 2 hits, and 3 RBIs for Stein. Pitching-wise for Kansas City, Arroyo getting their 2nd win, 2-0 now for them. Digger Jr., their 3rd save, and for Anchorage, Pressing getting their 1st loss. 1-1 now for Pressing. Luke Arroyo is our player of the game. And that takes us now to game number 2, the Mounties and the Kingpins.
Mounties, Kingpins, a shutout win. So for the Kingpins, so Mounties still on the World Series hangover, moved to 1-10. Kingpins 6-5. Todd Gonzalez, big reason why, dominated on the mound. So we'll go down. We'll just go straight down to the pitching. Check out Gonzalez. Wow, 2-1. 0 runs given up in 7 innings. Gets the win, 2-1 now. Murphy 0-2, gave up 3 runs. And your player of the game is Todd Gonzalez. So nice win for Bowers. Kingpins, Diesel and Shambles. Can they get back from this World Series hangover?
Right.
Still early, though.
And that takes us now to our third game, and that is the Swifties and the Dynamos. And Swifties beating the Dynamos here just barely with the score of 8-7, 14 hits to 9. That moves their record up to 5-6 now in the season. For State College, batting 5 multi-hit games here, but it looks like a grand slam here from Humongous. Let's take a look. Yes, grand slam from Humongous. 1 hit, 1 run scored, and 4 RBIs. Over on the Dallas side, 3 multi-hit games here, but it looks like a 3-run shot from Johnny Pluto is going to be our top RBI winner here. And for State College pitching, and I believe that's Tumbleweed, isn't it? Yes, Tumbleweed getting their second win of the season, 2-0 for Tumbleweed. And Jader getting their second save. And for Dallas, Valeria Lisova taking their first loss this season, 2-1 now for Lisova. And player of the game is Johnny Tsunami. Johnny getting 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and 2 walks. And our final game is the 66ers and the Dillos.
66ers, Dillo. 66ers get the win 3-2 at the Dillo, so they moved to 7-4. Big Jim, direct impact, had a 2-run homer, top of the second. So you probably are. But let's see. 1 ribby, only 2 runs scored for Dillos. 2 ribbies for Jim there. So we'll go down. Nice game for Jim. We'll go down to the pitchers. Sims, Justin Sims takes the loss. 3 runs given up. 0-2 now. Daly, Nut, Shu, Ryan Shu, Tom Shu's brother, and Nut got the save, all used in the game. So Nut got the win, Shu with the hold, Nut with the save. Lane, though, Matthew Lane is your player of the game.
And that finishes us out for today, the 29th of May. Taking a look at our calendar here, our next game is going to be San Bernardino versus Amarillo. Oh, I believe there was no games. Yes, no majors games.
I'm 0-3, by the way.
Oh,
so
sorry.
I picked the 66ers, so congratulations to Dillos. You've won. We don't, no need to play this one. No kidding.
All right. Well, let's see here. San Bernardino and the Dillos. Pitching for San Bernardino, we have Bobo Bones, 0-0 with a 0.73 ERA, versus Gar Fruking, a 1-0, 3.21 ERA. And now for matchups. Looks pretty even here. Slight advantage for 66ers, 5-4 over the Dillos, but the Dillos have the advantage in pitching with a 34 pitcher versus a 35 pitcher. So just barely an advantage here for Gar Fruking. And first up is going to be Mo Willis. And Willis hits to center field, and that is a flyout for out number 1. Al Bunty now. Bunty, the foul ball. Look how quick that third baseman ran all the way in, over near the dugout on the left side. And that's going to be a base hit for Hardin Long. Theeks now.
Hey, brainchild.
Theeks, and look like Hardin Long slowed up there before they tried to get to second, and that gets the out, leaves one stranded. Bottom of the first now, still 0-0. Towards the gap, right field, but that's going to be enough height to be caught for out number 1. Strikeout looking here from Hamid. This one hit to the shortstop, and that is out for Magiacoma, and that retires the side. Still 0-0, top of the second we go. And a tapper to the pitcher, and that is out number 1 for Lane. Lim now. Lim over the second baseman's head, and that is a single with 1 out. Big Jim. Jim hits into the gap, left side. That's going to get the runner to third. Will they keep going? No, they stay. 2 runners now in scoring position for cold hitter Balls. Balls! Does it have the distance? No, he catches at the warning track, but the runner does tag. No relay throw, and that's going to score a runner. Score is now 1-0, 66ers. And this will be a fly out to center field, and that's going to retire the side, leaving a runner stranded. But San Bernardino gets one on the board. Bottom of the second we go now, and that brings up Drachenberg. Drachenberg striking out looking, and now Dover. Dover, that looked like it hit him, did it? He does take the base, though, and that is a strikeout. 2 outs now, runner first. And this one, slow hit to the third baseman. Makes the play, though, and that retires the side. San Bernardino up by 1, top of the third we go.
Willis, top of the order here for the 66ers, my pick. Let's see. Willis, grounder, past second baseman, so Bunty will come up, hitting .422 on the year. Bunty to the shortstop. Will they turn two? And they do. Nice defense by the Dillos there. And hard and long, got a hit earlier, strikeout. So we'll go back to Amarillo. The hot hitter, Ayers, will come up. Strikeout for Ayers. Bobo Bones got him. Ruiz, right to the third baseman. So 2 outs for Panda, Junie Panda, my teammate in SCFSL. Strikeout. So we'll go to Theeks now for San Bernardino, and we'll reach on a single, shallow left center there. So Lane will come up, grounder to the shortstop, and they don't turn, and so no relay. 1 out now for Lim. Slow roller to the shortstop, and they'll choose to get the out at first. So 2 outs with a runner in scoring position. Passed ball. So a runner on third. Can Jim bring Lane home? And a pop-up to shallow right, and the out. So still a 1-0 lead for San Bernardino. The Dillos will come up. Naz Hamed with the grounder to the shortstop, and the throw is made in time. Giacomo. Oh, look at that sidearm. The strikeout. And Drachenberg will come up, and we'll pop it up shallow center, and the center fielder's there. So the 66ers, 66ers will come up. Dusty Ball's the cold hitter. Grounder, and he's out. Gonzalez, grounder to the pitcher, and Gonzalez is out. 2 outs now for Willis. Ooh, high and tight. Ball 4, so runner on for Bunty with 2 outs. 2-out rally potentially. Oh, and he pushes it into center field with a single, moves the runner to third. Runners on the corners now. Hard and long. Hard and long. Pop out. Oh, man. Left runner stranded on the corners. The Dillos will come up with Dover, Buckley, and Abbott.
I like the cut of the infield here on the grass. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a nice stadium. Ooh, nice crack of the bat by Ben Dover, who's hitting .318 on the year with 14 ribbies. Buckley, now hitting .333, but Buckley, nice hit there. Will bring a runner. Oh, the runner will go home from first. Rallies all the way around from first to home. Base running there by Dover. The all-around player there. Abbott will come up now. Abbott with the ground to the shortstop, and they'll get the out at first. So 1 out with a runner on second. Here's the hot hitter. And the crack of the bat, it drops in front of the right fielder. Will the runner come? No. The runner thought about it, but will stay. So Ruiz now, the 9-hole will strike out. So Panda, Junie Panda with 2 outs, and the grounder to the first baseman, and they score a run. So they tie it up here. We'll go top of the 6th. Anyone's game now. Theeks will come up for the 66ers. The lefty will pop it up to left field, and the left fielder's. So Lane now with the grounder to the second baseman, out. So Lim, Junie's asking for a redo. We don't do those. Maybe in your offline file, you can go back. Named will come up now for the Dillos after the 66ers end the inning there. 1 out now for Giacomo. The pop up to the left fielder. What's up, DG? And Drachenberg will come up with 2 outs. And looks like a 1-2-3 for Bobo Bones, having a really nice game. So we'll go back to the top of the 7th. back to San Bernardino. And the grounder to the first baseman. Hot hit, but first baseman's there. Balls, the cold hitter. Cold balls, ground out. So Gonzalez now. Oh, and he pushes it past the shortstop. Couldn't make the play. So 2 outs now for top of leadoff hitter. And wow, will ground out to the second baseman. So nothing doing. Still a tie game at 1. Bottom of the 7th for the Dillos. Dillos bent over and it's gone just past around the foul pole. 382. The solo shot to get the lead for the Dillos. So the commish picks not looking good so far tonight and not looking good in this game after that beautiful homer. Buckley will come up now with no outs. Pop up deep in left field, and the left fielder's there. So 1 out now for Abbott. Abbott, the grounder, pushes it past the first baseman, gets on first with a single. So the hot hitter Ayers hitting 349. Ground to the second base. Shortstop, will they make the throw? They hang on to the ball, make sure there's no errors made there. And the runner will go to second, and easy stolen base for Ayers. Ruiz will walk so they can get the force out now at first and second. Grounder to the shortstop, and they elect to throw it first, but get out of there. So a run will score for the Dillos. San Bernardino top of the 8th, LBG.
Here we go. Dillos up by 1. San Bernardino needs to get something going here. Al Bunty starts us off, and that is in the gap in left center field, and that could be 2. He's going and slides in and gets a double to lead it off. Hard and long now with the runner in scoring position. Hard and long, and this is going to be a fly out to center field. Does a runner tag? He does, and the throw, and he's safe. Runner now at third. 1 out. And this could score as this is going to be a fly out to right field. Runner does tag. Here's the throw. And he's safe. And it ties the game up. San Bernardino now 2-2. Top of the 8th. 2 outs. And this is going to be a fly out here for Lane to center field. But San Bernardino gets the job done, tying the game up. Bottom of the 8th we go. 2, 3, and 4 batters now for the Dillos. Hamid, Magiacomo, and Draxenberg. And that is over the third baseman's head, and that's going to be a leadoff single here. And Magiacomo able to possibly break it open here, and that's going to be a base hit. Runner going to third. The throw. And he's safe. Runner's at the corners. No outs. Line drive to the left fielder and the throw. Safe. And he's safe. And Amarillo takes the lead. Scores now 3-2. Bottom of the 8th. Been Dover. And this could drop for a base hit. And that's going to take the runners to first and second. Still just 1 out. 2 on. And a strikeout for Buckley. And now Abbott. 2 on. 2 out. Abbott towards the gap in left center. And that's behind the center fielder. That could score 2 here. No, runners stay at second and third. 2 runners in scoring position. Ayers up now. To the gap in center. And that's going to score 2 as well. And here we go. The throw. And he's safe. Scores now 6-2. Runner's going to second and the throw. And he gets the steal. Runner in scoring position, and that is an outside pitch for a walk. Runners at first and second, still 2 outs. Bottom or top of the order we go. Panda. And Panda strikes out, and that'll finally finish it off. But Dillos get 4 in the bottom of the 8th. Make the score now 6-2. San Bernardino has their work cut out for him. Lim, Jim, and Balls. Lim up first. Lim strikes out looking, and now Big Jim. Big Jim, who had that hit in the gap last time up, left side. And line drives it right to second or third baseman for out number 2. Dusty Balls, last chance. Dusty striking out looking, and that'll finish it out. And Amarillo beating the 66ers here. The score of 6-2, and now move to 500 with a 6-6 record. 8 hits to 10 in this game. Looking at our batting here, we only have 1 multi-hit batter for San Bernardino. That's Al Bunty with a run scored as well and 2 hits. Over on the Amarillo side, 3 runs, 3 hits, and an RBI for Ben Dover, and 2 hits and 2 RBIs for Ayers. Pitching for San Bernardino, Nutt getting their first loss this season, 1-1 now for them in relief. And for Amarillo, Garth Fruking, 8.0 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 102 pitches, getting their second win of the season, 2-0 now for Fruking. Ben Dover is your player of the game. And that takes us now to our next game, which is the Mounties and the Kingpins.
Mounties, Kingpins. Kingpins win now 7-5 on the year, 4-1, 5 on. And despite the 2 errors, the Kingpins get the win. Mounties just can't get any luck to go their way, despite only battle by 1. Matata went 3 ribbies for Matata, and 2 for 4 with a run scored. It's definitely your standout batter. We'll keep it moving. Mann, 2-1 on the year after the win, only gave up a run. Dave Mann. Johnny Shining didn't give up any runs. Throwing man, though, came in and gave up 4 and takes the loss and the blown save. Your player of the game is your starting pitcher for the Kingpins. And Dave Mann is your player of the game for Chicago. So good win for Bauer.
And that takes us now to game number 3. And even though the Dynamos were ahead early, it looks like the Swifties here win this one with a score of 6-3, 15 hits to 8. Pushes the Swifties now to 500, and Dynamos move down to 500 as well, and tie for... Is that a tie? Let's go back here. With Kingpins at 7. No, so Kingpins right now have the 1-game advantage at 7-5. Swifties and Dynamos 1 game behind them at 6-6. Scoring this one 6-3, 15 hits to 8. State College batting, we have 2 hits and 3 RBIs for Dominguez Jr. and 3 hits and 2 RBIs for Dub City. Over on the 3 hits for Drozdov as well. Dallas, 3 hits for Stevens with an RBI. Pitching wise for State College, Jimmy Leathershoe getting their first win of the season, 1-1 now for them, and Jameis Not Winston taking their second save in relief, and on the other side, Jesse Brown taking their second loss in relief with their first blown save. Player of the game is Herbie Farnworth. Farnworth, 6.0 innings pitched, no earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 82 pitches. And now finally game number 4, the Hepcats and the Wheelers.
And Hepcats, 5-0, 13-3, despite the 2 errors made, 13-3 hits. Wow. So we won't look at Anchorage batters. Kansas City, Rose, and Hodge, also 2 ribbies, 1 for 3 with a run scored. So we'll keep it moving. And Anchorage, the loss will go to Daniels. 5 runs in 3 innings. Michael Joden, no runs given up in 6.2, gets the win, 2-0, and he's easily your player of the game.
And that finishes the day here for the 30th, I believe. Let's take a look. Yes, no majors games today. And so we move on now to the 31st, and we do have 2 days straight of PBE Quick Sims only. So we'll go ahead and advance here. And taking a look at our games for the 31st, first game is the Raptors and the Sloths. And the Sloths beating the Raptors here with a score of 6-5, getting the walk-off in the bottom of the 9th. The clutch at-bat came in the bottom of the 9th inning when San Antonio third baseman Robert Sandberg, facing Detective Wulu, had a run-scoring ground-out. It gave the Sloths the 6-5 win. 10 hits to 14, 24 hits total here in this matchup. Batting wise, it looks like it was right in the center here for Boise. 2 hits for McDowell, 2 RBIs, 3 hits, 2 RBIs for Thomas, and 3 hits for Iso. On the San Antonio side, 2 runs, 3 hits, and 4 RBIs for Ash Dragon, and 3 hits, a run, and an RBI for Sandberg. Pitching for Boise, in relief, Detective Wulu getting that loss, 0-1 now in the season for them. And for San Antonio, in relief, Dugan, their second win, 2-1 now for Dugan. Player of the game is Ash Dragon.
Wow, look at that. He only was in for 0.1, so the 0.1 out win for Slim Dugan. Gotta love it.
6 pitches.
Wow. No, 6 pitches. 5 of them were strikes, though. Gotta give it.
Right.
Styles lays the hammer down, 6-2 win. So we'll go down, check the Death Valley batters. James Love, season 13, 2 for 4 with 2 ribbies. First name, last name, Person Man, 2 for 4 with a ribby. And look at Walrus, 3 for 4 with a ribby and a run scored. So we'll keep it moving. Styles, though, dominant fashion. 2 runs given up in 8.2, moves the ERA down to 2.37. Johnson, TJ goes to 2-2 now. Takes the loss. Dangley, though, came in and gave up no runs in 3.1, but your player of the game is definitely Harry Styles.
And now game number 3, the Rougarous and the Aviators. And the Aviators continue to have a pretty decent season here so far. 6-7 now on the season with the win over the Rougarous. 3-0, 6-hit shutout here. 7 hits for the Aviators. A couple multi-hit games here for New Orleans. Slithery Sneck and Paulo Di Stefano Jr. both having 2 hits. And for Outer Banks, only one multi-hit game here, and that was Holden and Fart with 2 hits and a run scored. Pitching for New Orleans, Grover Walkenfuss takes their 3rd loss. 1-3 now for them. And on the Outer Banks side, Ben Caden getting their 3rd win. 3-0 now for Ben Caden, with Johnson getting their 4th save. Player of the game is Farron Ben Caden.
As we move on to the next game, noticing OBX has improved defense, definitely making a difference in the win and loss column for them.
Right.
So we'll kudos. And Providence gets the 4-0 win on the road at the Cancun Stadium.
Whoops.
You're fine. 10 hits to 5. Let's see. Barack Obama just continues to dominate. Couldn't get him in my fantasy draft. Had a late pick. So really unfortunate for me. But Providence now moves to 11-2. Batting wise, though, 2 for 3 for Gonzalez, 2 for 4 for Chiggins, and 2 for 4 for Salmons. Having a nice year. So we'll keep it moving. And Obama, though, no runs given up in 6 innings, got pulled. His relievers did their job. Handel and Iriquides Garcia came in and played well in relief. And Obama's your player of the game. 5 strikeouts, 0.31. Probably your early season pick for pitcher of the year if you're a voter. Just saying. Jeez.
There it is. Next one is 1.23 for Pearson.
Trout with a copy paste. Yes, Trout. More copy pastas, please. That's hilarious.
All right, game number 5 are Vandals versus the Demons, and Vandals win this one and move to a winning record now, 7-6 on the season. Score of 5-1, 7 hits to 4, 3 errors for the Demons. Vancouver batting, only single hit games for everybody, but looks like King and Sessions might have gotten home runs here for both of them. Let's see here. Nope, no home runs, so they were just on base and scored for both of them. Over on the Detroit side, multi-hit game from Armstrong. And pitching-wise, Blue Line getting their 2nd win of the season now, 2-1 for Blue Line. 8.2 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 8 strikeouts, 113 pitches. And Gonzalo Pena only came in for 2 pitches to finish it out at the very end of the game. On the Detroit side, Colvin Fairborn taking their 3rd loss, 0-3 now for Fairborn. And Blue Line, of course, is your player of the game.
10 strikeouts for Fairborn, though.
Right.
Shout out to Sim. New York beat Florida 8-3 on the road. 8 moves to 8-5. So having a really nice. Let's see. Tentacion just wow, absolutely dominant at the plate. 3 ribbies, now 17 on the year. Got to be up there in the leaderboard. It's definitely a standout batter. We'll keep it moving though. Buster Nut 0-2. 5. That's hard and long. Picked him up. I think he did. I can't remember. Actually, got to go back to the tapes on the fantasy draft. But Slotface 1-2 on the year after picking up the win. 10 strikeouts, 3 runs given up. He's your player of the game. Moves his ERA to 4.74. Nice.
And I believe that is it for the 31st of May. No minors games, and now we'll go ahead and advance. And just to be sure, I believe the 1st of June was also a quick sim. It is. We'll just look down here at this. That is correct. And that brings us to game number 1, the Crabs and the Toros. and the Toros win this one. In extra innings, 2 runs for each team in the 12th, but down in the bottom of the 13th, the Toros procured the win in large part because of left fielder Tilapia Salmons II. In the bottom of the 13th, he produced the game-winning run-scoring single. So 11 hits to 17, 28 hits total here in this matchup. Providence, 3 hits and 2 RBIs for Dandy Chickens Jr. A couple multi-hit games from Knox, Reeves, and Kuntz. And on the Cancun side, 3-hit game from Steele. The other standout here is going to be J.A. Jax. That's J.D. Jax. Yes, J.D. Jax. 2 runs, 2 hits, and an RBI with a walk. Pitching, lots of pitchers in this one. Providence, down at the very end here almost. Whole Horse getting their first loss this season in relief, 0-1 for them. Cancun, Amp Dupree gets a hold. Frederick Burtington getting their first blown save, and J.J. Windsor their first win. 1-1 now for Windsor. Peter Dawson, player of the game. And let's see here. Dawson, 6.0 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, 107 pitches.
Wow, in the 13th inning, look at that. 13th inning, Jose 43, the starter, pitched. Don't see that very often.
I guess they were running out of, there must not be much
out
depth.
Of options. They ran out of relievers. They literally had no.
All right, let's take a look at that real quick.
Dawson, though, 3.08 ERA. You sure you're going to retire? Look,
right.
Diesel.
And wow, only 4 relievers for Providence. So yeah, no wonder they had to throw in the starter there. So that's going to make them extra tired for their next game coming up.
And Aviators 8-2, streaking Aviators now moving. Major factor for the pitcher, Tom Shue, big at bat. He went 1 for 4 with a homer. He scored once. He had a 2-run homer, 3rd homer of the season. So happy birthday, Tom Shue. And we'll go down to the pitchers now. Standout batter, Shue. Cato, 2-2, 2 runs given up, gets the win. McQueen only gave up 7. ERA moves to 5.19. Walker Cato is your player of the game for OBX. So OBX having a nice season. Definitely something you want to be happy about if you're affiliated with OBX right now.
And that brings us to game number 3, the Voyagers and the Space Rangers. And Voyagers win this one to score of 10-0, a 3-hit shutout over the Space Rangers. 12 hits for New York. Looking at our batting here, 3 hits and a run scored from Skylar Strobel. But the big one here is going to be Eric Rivers going 2 for 5, a run scored, and 3 RBIs. Over on the Florida side, only 1 multi-hit game here, and that was from Amp Bogart with 2 hits. Pitching, complete game win here from Choate. 2-1 now in the season for them. 9.0 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 8 strikeouts, 125 pitches. And for Florida, Colton Kai is starting, gets the loss, goes 1-3 now for the season. Player of the game is Kevin Choate. Game 4, the Stars and the Scorpions.
Barker 4-0 now. Thank you, Wombat. My first round pick for fantasy. Ed Barker, final score 7-2. Only gave up a run. So we'll check out Death Valley batters. 2 for 3 with a run scored and 2 ribbies for Cologne. Probably your best batter, most efficient. Also, let's see, 2 for 4 for Love and a ribby. 2 for 4 for Winston, though, for Nashville and a strikeout. We'll keep it moving. Barker 4-0 gets the win. 1 run given up. ERA moves to 3.49. Nacho Varga, 4 runs given up, takes the loss, 1-2. But Barker, your player of the game.
Thank you,
nice
Troutner.
For Wombat.
Chawate.
Chawate. Is that really how you pronounce it?
I guess so. He's got it pronunciation here for it. All right, and game number 5, the Raptors and the Sloths. And the Sloths winning. Moving their record now to 7-7 on the season. The score of 5-2, 8 hits for both teams. A couple multi-hit batters here for Boise. Grins and Brunson both getting 2 hits each with a run scored. And for San Antonio, 2 hits, 2 runs, and an RBI for Wilson. And a run, 2 hits, and an RBI for Ash Dragon. Over on the pitching end, Collins and Dusty Collins getting their 3rd loss. 1-3 now for Collins on the season. for Boise, and Callaway Flowers getting their third win. 3-0 now for Flowers, with Dugan getting their second save. Player of the game is Callaway Flowers. Flowers with 6.0 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts, 93 pitches. And finally, game number 6, our Vandals versus the Demons.
Brent Lemieux on the mound. Vandals win at Detroit 5-2. Lemieux, big reason why, gets a good outing here, probably first of the year. Zach Lodge had a 3-run bomb in the top of the 4th, so only three total hits for the Demons. Look at the Vandals batters. Like I mentioned, 3 ribbies for Lodge and 2 for 4 for Gibbles. Overall, nice game for the Vandals. Only one person did not get a hit session, so we'll keep it scrolling, not moving. Come back, Zach Johnson, making fun of me. So Lemieux now 1-3 after giving up 2 runs. 1-3. It's Colby Kidd, third save. Thank you. Needed that for fantasy. Young 1-3 takes the loss, and your player of the game is Brent Lemieux.
And that
our
finishes
fearless GM.
Right. Finishes us out for the 1st of June. Looking at the schedule now for June the 2nd, it's going to be Anchorage at Chicago. Looking to make sure we do have majors games to cover as well for today. But looking at the pitching for Anchorage and Chicago, it's going to be for Anchorage, Leo Entertainment Fent. Okay. 0-2 with a 5.28 ERA versus Smoochie Dart. 1-2 with an 8.40 ERA. And now for the matchups. 7-1 with a tie batting wise, and the Wheelers have the advantage pitching. And starting off is going to be Philip Stein.
Who'd I pick? So who's gonna win? Is this? Yep. So I picked the Kingpin. So congrats to the Wheelers.
Pitcher with the windup, and this is going to be a flyout to center field to start us off, out number 1. Papa Powers is up now. Powers striking out, and now J-Doctor. J-Doctor with the check swing strikeout, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. And Chicago's up now, bottom of the 1st. This one drilled towards the left field, and that'll drop in front of the fielder for the first single of the game with Akuna Matata on base. And Matata is going for second. Late throw by the catcher, and that's an easy... Oh, no, they got him! They got him at second. Wow. They looked like he was totally there for the steal. And that is a flyout with the second baseman grabbing it in the outfield for out number 2. And that is an error by the pitcher covering for the first baseman trying to make the play. That'll put a runner on first with 2 outs. And we're going to get a flyout here to center field, and that'll retire the side, leaving one stranded. Top of the 2nd we go. Middle of the lineup here, Nichols and Dimes, Sanchez, and Finelli. Nichols and Dimes, and that is thrown over to first for out number 1. And we'll get a walk here from Sanchez, and that'll bring up Finelli. Finelli towering shot towards left field, but that'll be caught for out number 2. And now Sailor Twift. And a pass ball, and runner going to second. Didn't look like he wanted to go at first, but there he goes. Twift, runner in scoring position, will strike out. And that leaves the runner stranded. Bottom of the 2nd we go, still 0-0. Kingpins. Wow, what a diving play by third baseman, but he bobbles it, and that will be counted as an error against Anchorage. Runner at first, and we'll get a walk, and now we have 2 runners on, no outs for Beauchamp. Parker Beauchamp now. Beauchamp, dribbler to the second baseman. Shortstop does not make the play, and we have runners at the corners, 1 out. Runner going to second, and he's safe. 2 runners in scoring position now, 1 out. And a line drive to center field. The runner does not tag. Oh, did he tag?
No, he did
not. He did not go. Wow, that was fateful there, but he will score in this one. Here comes the second runner, and he's going to be thrown out easily. But the 1 run does score, and it is now 1-0 Chicago as we move now to the top of the 3rd.
And I do have a chance to go 500 on the night. So Boro will come up. Boro will walk. formerly the football player. Fisher, the grounder, past the shortstop. Oh, the runner thought about it. No, will stay. Probably a smart move there. Stein, the walk way outside there.
Boy.
Scoochie Dart missing the mark with bases juiced. Powers, ooh, the strikeout with bases loaded. Doctor, the walk with bases juiced, so the run will score. A tie game for the week. Great eye by Doctor. Dimes, the grounder into center. 1 run will score, and the runner will stay on third. So 2-1 now. Sanchez, deep in left field, grand salami. And it's a 6-1 lead for Anchorage. So my just falling apart right in front of me after that beautiful opposite field grand salami by Sanchez. And Finelli pops it up to the left fielder. 2 outs now. Twift. Understandable. Have a good day. I'm sorry, Bauer. Miss. It's the miss obvious power there. So a 6-run inning for Anchorage. Tata will stacking paper. Another walk. So
come back, Bauer. Come back.
Come on. Yeah. Where you at? Oh, he's here. Valor. He's in the chat as well. Pop up and runner thought about it. Runner will stay. So Bone, 2 runners on. Another pop up straight to the center fielder. 2 outs now. Can Mouse get a 2-out rally going for the Kingpins? And a pop up in left center, and the left fielder's there. So scored. Still a 6-1 lead for Anchorage after that absolute bomb to break open this game. Burrow, nice dive, but it bobbles the ball after the beautiful dive. So potentially saved him. Double, maybe not. And Fisher will pop it up to the right fielder with the easy out. Stein hitting 306. Stein with the and the runner will go. Drops it, and he's safe. So runners on the corners after the single by Stein. Powers will strike out. So Jay Doctor with a runner in scoring position. The lefty, the slow roller. And the catcher, Zach Mouse, with the gun there at first. So nothing doing for Anchorage. Chicago now, can they come back in this game? Bauer Power had the crazy win earlier over Kingston. Beauchamp with the pop-up. Beecham, I think it's pronounced, actually. Excuse me. Pop left field. And runner thought about it, but will stay. Suzuki now. Suzuki pop-up left center. Left fielder's there. Nocio, the grounder to the second baseman. Easy out at first. So nothing doing for Bauer's Kingpins. Dimes now for Anchorage. Strikeout. So Sanchez will come up and will drop it in front of the left fielder for helping out their average there. Finelli, the grounder to the shortstop, and they turn 2. Nice defense by Chicago, helping themselves here. Bottom of the 5th they go. Top of the order for Chicago. The grounder to the shortstop.
What a slow
from Matata. Slow roller. And Matata's out. Nice throw by the shortstop. Been stacking paper, the strikeout. So Leo Entertainment Fant having himself a day. Valor, the strikeout. So Twift will come up for Anchorage now. Top of the 6th. Slow roller to third baseman. And out. So Burrow trying to help their average there. Strikeout. Fisher, bottom of the order in the 9-hole. And the third baseman safe with the infield hit. Got the Jets under his feet. Stein, strike 3. Check the swing and the appeal. So we'll go back to Chicago now. Bottom of the 6th. Bone, strikeout. Mouse. The pop-up in center. Center fielder is there for the catch. Lee now, can they help my pick here? Strikeout. So back to the Wheelers. Papa Powers will pop out to right field. Jay Doctor, strikeout. So Dimes with Gambini on the mound, and we'll drop it. Right fielder had to dive for it. We'll be there in time. Sanchez, and it's past the left fielder to the wall. So runners will The runner will go home. The throw is not in time. 7-1 lead with the RBI double Sanchez. So a 6-run lead for Anchorage. And a grounder to third baseman and out. Finelli ends the rally there. So 1 run will score for Anchorage. Chicago now bottom of the 7th. Late game heroics. Beecham, pop up, center fielder out. So Suzuki hitting .234 with the grounder to the shortstop. There in time. So Nochio with the walk. So Matata now. Oh, the runner will go. Nochio sliding in 5 for 6 on steals. Matata, opposite field. Will the runner go? The speed runner will go and is safe. The throw wasn't even made. So 7-2 now. Ben stacking paper with a single there. 2 runners on with 2 outs, 2-out rally for Chicago. Valor with a crack of the bat, opposite field. Runner will score. Second runner will come home, and 2 runners will score. So 7-4 now. Chicago late game heroics here, down 3, trying to help my commish picks. Derek Bone with the pop up in right field, and the rally will fall short, but with 2 innings to go. LBG back on the mic.
And here we go, top of the 8th, and we'll get a leadoff strikeout here from Sailor Twift, and that brings up Burrow. Burrow right to the second baseman, and that'll be out number 2. Fisher now, number 9 hitter, and Fisher striking out. 1-2-3 inning here for Anchorage, and now Kingpin's up, down by 3.
Batter.
And that's to the gap in center, and that'll be a leadoff base hit here for Zach Mouse. Lee up next. Lee striking out. 1 out, 1 on. Parker Beauchamp. Beauchamp striking out. 2 outs, 1 on for Suzuki. And 3 strikeouts in a row. George Washington Crab getting it done. And now we move to the top of the 9th. Anchorage up by 3 here. And this one's a fly ball towards right field. And that is caught for out number 1. Papa Powers past the shortstop, and Papa's going to get on base with 1 out. J Doctor next. J Doctor, and caught by the shortstop in the outfield fringe there for out number 2. And a strikeout, leaving 1 stranded. Here we go, Chicago, last chance here. Bottom of the 9th, down by 3. Bottom of the order, Nochio, and then Matata and Stacking Paper. Nochio to the third baseman, goes all the way across for out number 1. Top of the order now for Matata. Matata sharply hit to the second baseman, out number 2. Ben Stacking Paper, last chance. Ben. And this could drop for a base hit. No, the second baseman runs way out there for the catch. Makes the play, and that finishes the inning with the Wheelers beating the Kingpins here at a score of 7-4, 10 hits to 7. Looking at the Wheelers pitching here, or the batting, for Anchorage, we have 1 run, 3 hits, and 5 RBIs here for Sanchez. 2 runs, 2 hits, and an RBI for Nichols and Dimes, and 2 hits for Fisher. Over on the Chicago side, 2 multi-hit games here. Matata going 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI, and a run scored and 2 hits for Zach Mouse. Pitching for Anchorage, Leo Entertainment Fan getting their first win of the season. 1-2 now for them. Oh No getting their second hold, and George Washington Crab getting their second save. For Chicago, Smoochie Dart taking their third loss. 1-3 now for Dart, and player of the game is Ismael Sanchez. That takes us now to game number 2, the Wheelers and the Kingpins. Oh, we just did that one. Game number 2, the Dillos and the Dynamos. No!
Dillos rally late, 3 runs top of the 8th, gives them the win. Moves to 7-6. Dillo in the chat. We'll go down. Check. Junie Panda looks like Junie. We'll go down to the batters real quick. Hold up. Junie Panda 2 for 5 with a ribby. 12 hits for Amarillo. Everybody pitching in there. 8 hits for Dallas, just not enough. Hot dog sandwich, 3 runs, only 1 earned. Hammer with the win though, 1-0. Stedman hold first. Brown 0-3 with and second blow save, and Hot Dog Sandwich, your player of the game after only giving up a run. Look at that ERA 0.75.
0.75.
Early season pick for minor league pitcher of the year.
Wow. All right, game number 3, the Hepcats and the Swifties, and Hepcats win this one, move to a record of 11-2 now on the season. Hepcats dominating early here for the Miners. Score of 6-4, 12 hits to 8. Hepcats batting. We have several multi-hit games here, but top one's going to be Taters going 3 for 5 with the run scored. We also have 2 hits and 2 runs from Scott as well. Over on the State College end, a couple multi-hit games here. Dominguez Jr. with 2 hits and Dub City with 2 hits, but Dub City also has the RBI as well. On the pitching end for Kansas City, Galvin getting their 3rd win of the season, 3-0 now for Galvin. El Charo their first save. And for State College, you need to calm down, taking their 2nd loss, 2-2 now for the season for Take 'em Down. And Tim Galvin is your player of the game. Game 4, the 66ers and the Mounties.
Can the Mounties get back in the win column? And they can't. Finesse Insider.
Finish Insider.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Nice game for them. We'll go down to the batters. 3 for 4 from Bunty for San Bernardino. 8 hits, 2 for 5 for Jingles, 2 for 4 for Odell Olmo. We'll go down now to the pitchers. Finish Insider. 0 runs. 0 zeros across the board. 0 runs. 5 strikeouts. Gets the win. 3 wins now. Shu, 3rd hold. The new create. Tom Shu's brother. Left nut with their 4th save. Karamuchi 0-4 after not giving up a single run. Nothing you could do about that. But Finish Insider, your player of the game.
And that finishes us off for the Miners for Monday, June the 2nd. That brings us now to our majors matchups, and the first one is going to be Providence Crabs versus the Cancun Toros, and Crabs win this one. 7 runs in the top of the 11th for the Crabs to break it wide open. It was tied 2-2 up until the extra innings. 13 hits to 5. Looking at Crabs batting, Dori Morimura, was that a home run for Morimura? Yes, a grand slam home run for Morimura. And Danny Chickens Jr. also getting a home run. Going back up here to the top, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Dandy Chickens Jr. and a hit and 4 RBIs for Morimura. Cancun, 3 hits and a run scored from Michael Fitted. Pitching for Providence, in relief, Wilson takes their first win, 1-1 now in the season for Wilson. For Cancun, Camden Good getting their first loss of the season. And player of the game is J.A. Jabs.
A go up. I want to see. Was that a 7-run extra inning?
It was.
Wow. 11th inning. 11th, pouring it on. Jeez.
And that takes us to game number 2, the Raptors and the Sloths.
Did Jose 43 get skipped because he came in?
Oh, and that other one. Let's see.
Yeah, I guess he's watching and he thought he was supposed to play this game.
Well, let's take a look here. Crabs. He's a Crab player, right?
Right. That was the one. Remember, he played in the 13th for 1 inning.
That's right.
Because they ran out of relievers.
So they ended up playing pitcher 1 in. And is this the first game of the series? Let's see here. Home screen schedule. No, this was game number 3. So it's
a third of the series. Yeah.
It was a third of the series, and they're at the first pitcher. So it looks like they've had 2 games so far this season where a starting pitcher ended up being tired, and they had to play. So Crabs need to do something about their relief pitcher situation. Call up a player or something like that, because having just 4 in the bullpen is really hurting them here. That's twice so far this season with just how many games? 15 games. So 2 times out of 15 games they've had to skip over a pitcher and play another pitcher tired because a starting pitcher played in relief.
Alrighty. So it looks like Bo Sox said it was that lone game. He thinks. For Jose 43 came in the third, but victory for the Sloss here moved to 8-7. Boise with a nice record of 6-9. Still a good start to the year if you're a Raptors fan. San Antonio though, lot of players contributed. A lot of players got a hit, didn't. For San Antonio, so nice team hitting there. We'll keep it scrolling. Got to stop saying keep it moving. I got made fun of. Dude, man, bro, 2-2 gets the win with only a run given up. Etsuko Rune, 5 runs given up, 3.69. Got a pretty nice ERA if you really think about it. But after the ARC's tweaks, people thought knuckleballers were going to be out, but 3.69, pretty nice. But dude, man, bro, he's your player of the game.
And Leifer, if I look at that correctly here, yeah, it was just one game here. And so since Barack Obama was normally playing this one and has moved up for game 4 here, it was specifically for this one game right here. And here's Jose 43. So you played all 4 of your bullpen, and then the AI pulled whole horse rather than keep them in for this last batter. Jose 43 came in for 5 pitches and then got. So what I would suggest, Leifer, is rearrange your lineup before the Saturday sim on your lineup card, and then that way you can hopefully get it back in the right order again, because we still have another 4 sims before the All-Star break, before it evens back out with Obama pitching first pitcher.
And to be fair, no one likes to, but Holden Horse had given up in relief, so manager was justified in pulling him in that scenario.
Oh yeah, 4 earned runs and 3.0 innings. Yeah. So if that
like I said, though, no one likes the to be fair guy, though.
So I'm guessing it was right here that he was pulled because he had given up the 3
anyway in the walk-off.
Yeah, they got the 3 right here in the 11th and 12th, and he decided to pull him before this batter came up. And even then, so he had put the batter on base, and it was whole horses earn run to lose, even though Jose 43 was the one pitching.
Should have thrown in a position player. You don't have. I mean, if you Balkan, though,
Hendricks Lamar.
Hendricks Lamar. Yeah, who the bleep is Austin Bentley? But Balkan, 3-0 win. Scorpions moved to 12-3. Hot start for the Scorpions. Stars moved back to down to 7-8. So 6-3 in the first sim. Now 7-8 on the year. Let's see. A lot of players got hits. A lot of multi-hit games. Sim, Lefebvre, excuse me, last name as well. A 2-hit game from Grath, though, for Nashville. We'll scroll down now to the pitchers. Balkan, no runs given up, an 8.1 with 2 outs remaining, got pulled. Baxter lost 1-3 on the year, only gave up 3, but Balkan is your player of the game. Almost a complete game, shutout, got pulled with 2 outs left. Probably trying to save the arm. You got to think about next game. Can't always think about the current game.
Do you use push to talk, or are you voice activated for your mic?
Voice activated. Could be having connectivity issues.
Yeah, I think because it's not very often, but maybe like once every 3 or 4 minutes or so, you'll cut out for like a second or 2, and then cut out for another second, then it clears right up again. So yeah, that was weird.
Probably having connectivity issues. Not great internet here. We actually had an outage a couple nights ago in the area, so do apologize.
All right, well, that brings us to game number 4, the Demons and the Vandals, and the Demons get their 4th win of the season here over the Vandals. The score of 3-1, 9 hits to 7. Detroit batting, we have 2 runs and 2 hits from Michael David. Over on the Vancouver side, only single hit games here, but we do have a run scored from Johnny x2 and an RBI from Toby McMuffin. Detroit pitching, Viva Zielman gets their 2nd win, 2-2 now in the season for Detroit, and Henry Chadwick getting their 1st save of the season. Vancouver, Austin Bentley taking their 2nd loss now, 2-2 for Austin, and player of the game is Viva Zielman.
With the battle of the commissioners, you gotta love it. Bex with the win, eking out the win. Nice game, Bex. Gotta hand it to you. Although I didn't play bad myself, so can't be too mad. Only gave
And
up 2.
I feel like we skipped a game. Did we do the Boise San Antonio one?
Yes.
Okay.
I think yeah, remember I said the nice record?
That's right, because I just do normally I did the first one, so we'll figure it out. Anyway, game 5.
Game 5, Voyagers topped the Space Rangers. Wow, in the top of the 12, scored 2 runs. Got out hit though, 9-12. Florida batters, 2 for 6 from Hilmer, 2 for 5 from Arrow, and 2 ribbies for Bogexu. 3 hits for Ulysses Rove, having an insane year, 407 so far. So we'll keep it moved. 4 ribbies though. What? Nice. A lot of pitchers used for New York though. Becoming a theme tonight. A total of 6. So Morgan will get the win. Grams will get the save. McFlorida Man blown the save, and Torkelton 0-1 now takes the loss. But Ulysses Rove, 4 ribbies, hitting 407 on the year, is your player of the game.
And now our final game, the Rougarous and the Aviators. And the Rougarous win this one, beating the Aviators a score of 7-6. They get 2 in the top of the 9th to hold on and take the victory. 13 hits to 9, 2 errors for the Rougarous. Rougarous having a lot of errors tonight. Looking at New Orleans batting, we have 2 runs, 2 hits, and 2 RBIs from Rob Zena Jr., and 2 runs, 2 hits, and an RBI with a walk from Slithery Sneck. Over on the Outer Banks side, several multi-hit games here, but Dan Halen, 2 runs and 3 hits, Shu, a run, 2 hits, and 2 RBIs, and Holden Afard, a run and 2 hits. Pitching for New Orleans, Servapali getting their first win of the season in relief, Pleasance getting their 3rd save, and for Outer Banks, Farias getting their 2nd loss. 0-2 now for Farias, and their first blown save. Player of the game is Slithery Sneck. And that finishes us off for the majors for Monday, June the 2nd. Looking at our listings here, next day is going to be the 3rd, and that is going to be, that should be Amarillo, not Anna. Don't know why I mistyped that one. Amarillo versus Dallas. And looking at the pitching here for Amarillo, C.A. Law, 1-1 record with a 5.29 ERA versus Shifty Lagoose, 2-0 with a 1.8 ERA. Matchups. Dillos with the 7-1 matchup, advantage here batting over the Dynamos, and 1 tie, but the Dynamos have the advantage in pitching. 36 pitcher versus a 37 pitcher. Very slight advantage here for Dallas, pitching wise. And Junie Panda is going to come up first. Uh-oh. Did I forget something? Oh no. Well, wait a second.
Like they wanted to check the Crabs pitchers.
I wish you had warned me earlier. Damn.
I think they were saying in the chat.
Well, Obama. The thing was, I'm sorry, Leifer. I wish you had said something when we were originally looking that you wanted me to switch it then, until right at the end as we were finishing up all the games. Damn it.
No, don't worry. I mean, it's outside of control. I mean, yeah. I mean, really, sim gonna sim.
All right. Well, we'll definitely fix it. I don't know what we should do now. Because Obama playing in this game means he won't start in the first one for the next series. Damn.
Isn't there a setting where you can control if starters be relievers as a GM?
That I don't know.
Ooh, bad base running.
Getting back to the game here, we're already in the 2nd inning, still 0-0. I feel really bad about that, Obama. I wish you had mentioned that earlier. I'm so sorry.
I wouldn't beat yourself up, man. It's sim gonna sim. It's really outside your control. They put Jose 43 thing off. So,
isn't there a rule as well that says that you can't switch out a pitcher if it means they have more games than the other starting pitchers, that they have to be even? Thought I remembered something about that.
All I know is that in this game, my pick was the Dynamo. So hopefully that helps.
That does help, and we have a home run here from Remington Stevens. Bottom of the second, 1-0 now, Dynamos. And that's a fly out. 2 outs now, and that's going to be another one. This time from Johnny Pluto. And the score now is 2-0.
Like I said, I think there's a setting where the
we might have to look at that after the tonight's over to try and force that. I mean, the only thing is what happens when they're at their last reliever and he gets ultra tired. I guess there's nothing they can really do other than just leave him in.
Just got to keep. I mean, there's no injury, so we getting rolled out in the stretcher. So
here you go, top of the third.
Ruiz ground out here. Ayers 9-hole, nice year though, on fire. Center fielder makes the catch. So Junie Panda disappointed early in the chat, and it's gone. Looks like the right fielder tried to make a play. Myth tried to make a play, but Panda gets it over the wall successfully. First bomb on the year. Congrats, Panda. So Drachenberg will come up with 2 outs. Can I get a 2-out rally going? And what a catch in center. Cloudera making the play. Nice stretch there for Cloudera, protecting that 2-1 lead. So Dallas will bring up their top of the order. The cold batter Avon will ground out here to the second baseman. Johnny Tsunami hitting 212. Will push it past the second baseman. Oh, weird animation. And Johnny Tsunami gets there on the double. Having all sorts of fun now with OTP. Someone clipped that. That was crazy. Myth with the pop fly, and he's out, but Tsunami moves to third. And the grounder's a shortstop, easy out. So the Dillos will bring up Magiacomo, Abbott, and Hamed. Magiacomo hitting 232, no homers yet, 8 ribbies. Grounder to the second baseman, out. So Abbott with her 5 homers, strikeout, and Hamed with 2 outs, and they'll go down in order. So we'll go back to Dallas, trying to add to their lead here, trying to help the Stevens, 415, wow, with an infield pop-up and out there. So Wallace, the grounder to the third baseman, out. So Pluto with 2 outs. And we'll get it in the gap in right center. We'll go for 2, slide in for the 2-out double. So Spencer will come in, the DH, and will pop up to the third baseman and out. So looks like a 2-1 lead still for Dallas. Top of the 5th for the Dillos. And a grounder to the second baseman, easy out. Buckley hitting 353 on the year, strikeout. So Ruiz, with 2 outs, easy grounder for the second baseman. Shifty Lagoose having a nice game, only giving up a run so far. Bloomfield will come in from the 9-hole, hitting 261, will pop out and right. So 1 out for Avon, the cold hitter, top of the order. Slow roller to the third baseman and guns out. So 2 outs for Tsunami. And the lefty will hit it high in right field, but will be out down in order. So bottom of the order for the Dillos, your 360 batter Ayers will ground it to the third baseman. And easy throw there. So 1 out for Panda. Oh, and it gets past there. Chopper there. Was that a hit? Count that as a hit? Yes, sir. Panda will move. Panda is safe. 7th stolen base now. Drachenberg with a runner in scoring position. Panda with the Jets will go for home and is easily safe. Nice teamwork. Base running by Panda. Magiacomo will ground to the third baseman. Out. Fielder's choice. So 2 outs for Abbott. Strike 3. So tie game. Bottom of the 6th. Myth strikeout. Cloudera. hitting 255. A walk, nice eye there. So Remington Stevens, you're 7. Let's see, righty will walk, nice eye again. So back-to-back walks. Runners on first and second. Wallace grounds to the first baseman. Out at turns 2, double play. So 2 walks, but no runs there for Dallas. And Hamed, and the sliding catch.
Wow.
Nice catch by Tsunami. Web gem there and left. Dover with the grounder to the shortstop. Easy out there. So Buckley, the 346 hitter, slow roll to the pitcher, easy out. So 1, 2, 3. And we'll go back to Dallas. Bottom of the order now. Can Pluto break out of the slump? Pluto, that's how you do it right there in front of the left fielder. So Spencer now. Spencer, back-to-back hits. Nice hit there. So a couple runners for Bloomfield now. Can you bring one home? Bloomfield rolls to the pitcher, 1 out, and the fielder's choice at second. So runners on the corners now. Avon strikeout. So can Tsunami be clutch here and bring home a runner? Tsunami, it's deep against the wall. One run will score. The second is going to come home and is safe. So Pluto and Bloomfield both score on the triple by Tsunami. Nice play there. Probably want to clip that to get the lead. Myth. And the sliding catch. And what a haul in. Wow. So web gem to end the inning. Top of the 8th for LBG.
And here we go, bottom of the order, Ruiz, Ayers, and Panda. Ruiz strikes out. And the new pitcher, Tossa Atlas, comes in. And that brings up Ayers. Ayers striking out 2 in a row, and now Panda. Hit right to first baseman, runs over, makes the tag, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the 8th, Dynamo's up by 2. Middle of their lineup here, Cloudera, and that'll drop for a base hit in front of the left fielder. Leadoff single for Remington Stevens.
Keep it going.
Stevens batting .407, and what was that?
It's an error. It's an error from the first baseman, from Hamed.
And I guess he's
should have had it.
That one's an out
Like,
number 1. Yeah. And that one's going to drop for a base hit in the outfield. Runners at first and second now. 1 out. Strikeout here from Pluto will bring up Spencer. Spencer down the left field line. Third baseman gets that one, and they get the force out a second. And that retires the side. Top of the 9th we go. Dillo's up now. Drachenberg, Magiacomo, and Abbott. Drachenberg. And throw by the shortstop for out number 1. Magiacomo. Through the gap in center, Magiacomo is going to get on with the base hit. Runner first now, 1 out for Abbott. Strikeout. Last chance here. Hamed.
Here we go.
Hamed towards right field. And that is
No.
caught at the... No, was that
No, it's a tie game.
Oh, it's a home run.
A
Home
tie
run.
game. The 2-out, 2-run homer.
Wow, Hamed coming through for the Dillos here. Dillo.
Wow, Dillo for sure.
Still 2 outs, and that is a strikeout from Dover. And Dallas with the walkout chance now tied 4-4. And we'll get a leadoff walk here from Leo Bloomfield, and that'll bring up Avon. Avon breaks the cold streak and gets a base hit. Runners at first and second now. No outs. Johnny Tsunami. Johnny. And they get 1, but they do not go for 2. Runners at the corners. 1 out. Randy Myth. This could be it. Pop fly, sacrifice, runner tags, and the throw. And he scores!
The walk-off.
And the walk-off from Randy Myth, and the Dynamos are going to win this one in the bottom of the 9th inning in spectacular fashion. The score of 5-4 over the Dillos. Improve their record now and are tied again at 7-7. 500 ball for both the Dillos and the Dynamos so far. 11 hits to 7 in this one. 2 errors for the Dillos. Dillos batting. 3 multi-hit games here from Panda. Maggiacomo, and Hamed, who also had 2 RBIs as well. Over on the Dallas side, Tsunami with 2 hits and 2 RBIs. 3 hits, 2 runs, and an RBI from Pluto, and 2 hits from Spencer. Pitching for the Dillos, Dixon with their first loss in relief, and for Dallas in relief, Atasa Atlas getting their second win, 2-1 for Atlas with their first blown save. Player of the game is Shifty Lagoose. Shifty with 7.0 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 88 pitches. Now, before we do anything else, I want to go ahead and take a look here at this schedule. So, if Obama pitched this first game here, and there is a day off, there's really not a way for him to be able to play with just 2 days rest. There's only single games all the way up, single days off all the way up until the 24th. Leafer, you might have to, like, for the next couple sims, rotate your starting lineup by 1 pitcher to move Obama back into first position to be able to play to finish out the season. Let me look at.
Yeah, Leaf said he's got it planned out.
And there's 2 extra days here in the beginning of or the middle of July here as well. But I'm so sorry about that, Leafer. I feel real bad about that we didn't get that taken care of in time. But man,
it's probably good. You might, if we mess with something could have happened. So you probably want to play it out for a little bit until you kind of get back into a little normalcy, and then rotate the rotation.
Right.
Jose 43 wants to play. I mean, hey, when you come in, that's what happens. You get skipped. Del Olmo, another walk-off win. So 2 walk-offs, 3rd of June in 2036. Toot Bland blasted a homer.
Win number 2.
And the Mounties get back in the win column, correct. So nice win for Diesel's Mounties, walk-off fashion to get back in the groove. But Hills 3 for 5 with a run scored, and 3 for 6 for Bunty, 3 for 6 for Jim as well. So wow, in the bottom of the 13th. So a very long game. One of those when you're there, go home, stay, regular season.
Glad we didn't feature that one. I would have taken 20, 30 minutes.
I'm very happy. Greer, 3 runs given up, but throwing guy gets the win, and two plans are played of the game, but Nut blown save, right Nut. So left Nut with a blown save, right Nut with a loss, and Toot Bland is your player of the game.
And that brings us to game number 3, the Hepcats and the Swifties. And the Hepcats continue their dominating run at the beginning of the season, getting win number 12. 12-2 now for them, with a score of 10-3, 13 hits to 3. 3 runs, 3 hits for the Swifties. Hepcats batting, wow. Okay, let's start here with 3 RBIs from Rose, 2 runs, 2 hits from Howard. 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 RBIs, and a walk for Taters. And 2 hits and a run scored from Elliot Alderson. Over on the State College side, 2 RBIs here from Danny B, and that's about it. Pitching for Kansas City, Hammersmith with their first win, 1-1 now for them, and Szymanski getting their first save. State College Tam getting their first loss, or excuse me, their third loss, 0-3 now for them. And player of the game is Sandy Taters. Sir Dr. Javier Dominguez Jr. was ejected in the 2nd inning for arguing a strike call.
Oh, wow.
Hey, game number 4, the Wheelers and the Kingpins, right?
Wheelers, Wohler now 2-0. The Kingpins moved to 8-6, back to 6-8, and a lot of nice games. Kingpins 2 for 3 though, with 2 runs scored in a ribby for Valor, who's J Doctor 2 for 4, Dimes 2 for 4, 2 for 4 for Swift. So we'll keep it scrolling. Miss Sawa takes the loss for Anchorage, 3 runs given up. George Washington Crab gets 2 runs given up in relief. Waller, though, 2-0, no runs given up. And Pickle Pocket 4th save, but Jackson Wohler, your player of the game.
And that finishes it up for the minors. Let's take a look at the majors. And we kind of got a little spoiler there with the Crabs schedule, but we'll move on to game number 1 here, the Voyagers and the Space Rangers. And Voyagers win this one 10-1 over the Space Rangers. Space Rangers really struggling this season. 9 hits to 5. New York batting, we have 2 runs and 3 hits from RJ Menard, and 2 runs, 2 hits, and 4 RBIs from Ulysses Rove. Over on the Florida side, only 1 multi-hit game here, and that was from Farley Hank. Pitching for New York, Cillian O'Sullivan getting their second win in season, 2-0 now for them. 8 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts, 107 pitches. And for Florida, Castillo taking their second loss, 1-2 for Castillo. Cillian O'Sullivan is your player of the game. Game number 2, the Raptors and the Sloss.
Raptors, Sloss, another win. So, let's see. San Antonio, 18th best prospect, hit a solo jack. 2 hits with 2 for 4 with a home run and a single. 2 for 3 for gold, though, for Boise, who hitting 185 on the year. So we'll scroll down to the pitchers, see what happened there. Bobby Daring gave up 2 runs in 7 innings with 6 strikeouts, only 1 walk. Mostyn 0-3 now after giving up 3 runs. And Bobby Daring, 209 Tacos, your player of the game, gets their first win. So congrats to Tacos on a nice outing.
And now game number 3, the Rougarous and the Aviators. And the Rougarous starting to have a little comeback here, getting their second win in a row, I believe, for this one. Moves to 5 wins down the season, 11-6, 14 hits to 11. 2 errors, another 2-error game for the Rougarous. That's like 8 errors, 9 errors tonight for the Rougarous so far. Batting for New Orleans, 2 runs, 3 hits, and an RBI from Bonanza. Look at that, 3 runs, 3 hits, and 6 RBIs for Beauregard. Moving down to Beauregard here, he had 2 home runs. The first one was a 3-run home run, and the second one was a 3-run home run. So 2 3-run home runs for Beauregard in the game. Over on the Outer Banks side, 2 hits for Afart, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Shu, and 2 RBIs for Herrera with 2 hits for Lupe. Pitching for New Orleans, McDougal getting their second win. Outer Banks, Jackson getting their second loss, and player of the game is Gustave Beauregard. Game 4, the Stars and the Scorpions.
Stars and Scorpions, the 1-0 win. The only run came in the bottom of the 6th. So Stars moved down to 7-9. Scorpions, hot start, 13-3 now on the year. Shane Green, the man who sold the world Humscott Pod legend game. So nothing for the batters. Don't want to showcase any batters here because it was a true pitcher's. Shane Green, no runs given up in 7.1. Haley McConnell, her 4th save. Tokoyami, 1-2 now on the year. Nice ERA, though. But Shane Green, your player of the game, after striking out 13. Wow.
And that takes us to game number 5. The Demons and our Vandals. And Vandals win this one. Score 5-3, 8 hits to 7. Detroit batting. Only one here is Law Jr., who got a hit and 2 RBIs with the run scored. Over on the Vancouver side, 2 runs each from King and Times 2, 2 RBIs from McMuffin, and 2 hits each from Lodge and Shadermy. Pitching for Detroit, Mitchell taking their first loss of the season. Vancouver, Ripspod getting their second win, 2-1 now for Ripspod, 7.1 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, and 8 strikeouts, 120 pitches. Bryce Turner getting their first hold, and Johnson getting their first save of the season.
Check it out. Crazy stat. The 1-pitch save for Johnson.
Oh, wow.
Gotta love it.
Save. Wow.
Wow.
Justin Ripspod.
How many times has that happened?
Not very often, I don't think. Yeah. No. Ripspod, your player of the game. And now that takes us to game number 6, the Crabs and the Toros.
Crabs, Toros. Toros pick up the win, knocking off the Crabs 2-1. Played a key role there. Tanner Hotman shouted out there, 24 red crayon. 4th bomb of the season, solo bomb off of shower handle, so off of TLK. So nice game for Tanner Hotman. We'll keep it scrolling to the pitchers, excuse me. Carsey gets the win, 3-1, only gave up a run. Obama, a nice game for Obama, only pitched 5 innings. And your player of the game, and Dupree, got the save. Handle, the fourth, got the loss. Kid Carsey, though, your player of the game, helping out their ERA, 6.95.
And that finishes us off for the 3rd of June. Pulling up my schedule here for the 4th, it looks like it's going to be 66ers versus the Mounties.
Yep.
And we'll get to see the Mounties first look at their new stadium here, the Oakland Coliseum, I believe it is. And here we go. 66ers pitching Chank Daly, 0-1 with a 9.95 ERA versus Jeffrey Murphy Jr., 0-2 with a 2.93 ERA. And batting wise, 8-1 here in the 66ers' favor. But the Mounties have the slight advantage here, 32 overall for 66ers pitcher, 38 for Jeffrey Murphy Jr. So Jeffrey Murphy with the advantage. And we're going to start off with Mo Willis, first batter. And this looks like a default field here, Diesel J. So I guess this is going to be one of the ones that once the SD core gets that file fixed, we can download that and hopefully have it ready for the Saturday stream, which I guess you won't see until week 2, Thursday. And we're already 2 outs away here in the top of the 1st. And that's going to be a walk here. 1 on, 2 outs. And let me pull up something here while I'm thinking about it.
I can take the call if you need it.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, pass ball. Runners on second and third with 2 outs for Lane. Lane, and the diving catch. And he makes the catch to web jam to save a couple runs for his Mounties. What a play by Rose. Oh, my goodness. Please clip that. It looks like the night fell there. Jingles with the walk. So Hills will come up. Chank Daly pitching. Hills with the throw. Oh, the pitcher bobbled it. Chank Daly can't do anything with it. So 2 runners with no outs. LaFleur and easy out in center. So Kirkby will come up with 1 out, 2 runners on. And the pop up in center. And, runner will go. And the runner is safe. Wow. So 2 outs, runners on the corners. Gravy. And they can't make the play at first, so the runner will go and score at home. And now we'll 2 runners in scoring position after the error. Del Olmo, the passed ball. Absolute chaos here in Kingston. San Bernardino can't get it right here with their defense. It's a 2-0 lead now for Kingston. And a walk here, so all kinds of chaos for Daly. Can Rose keep it going for Kingston? 2 outs. And it drops in front of the center fielder, so a runner will score. And Gravy will move to third. So runners on the corners now, 2 out. And it's deep in right field, but a line out. So 3-0 lead. Mounties had 8 batters that inning. San Bernardino will come up.
And it looks like the week 3 Thursday stream, Diesel, game number 3 is Chicago versus Kingston. So that'll be the next time that you'll come up as a home field game for season 20, 2 weeks from today. Let's see here. We are 1 on, 1 out, top of the 2nd. And that one's going to drop in front of the center fielder. And we're going to have runners at first and second now with 1 out. San Bernardino, and first baseman ran way out there for that one. Grabbed that one, and 2 outs now, 2 on. And a strikeout, and that'll leave those 2 runners stranded. And now Kingston comes up bottom of the 2nd after getting 3 runs in the first inning. This one's hit to the shortstop, and that'll be out number 1. And this one's a towering shot to left field, and that hits the screen out there in left field. And that'll put the score now 4-0 Kingston. This one through the gap on the right side, right to the left fielder, and that will only be a single here. 1 on, 1 out. Second baseman gets this one, but they do not pull the double play off. Runner at first, 2 outs. The pass ball, and that is going to move the runner to second. Runner in scoring position now. Down the right field line, this could score the runner. He's coming around, and the throw, and he is safe. And I hear baby hummus in the background. Hope he's okay.
Yeah, getting his diaper changed.
Uh-oh. Runner still at first, 2 outs. And line drive right to the shortstop. And that is going to retire the side, and it takes us now to the top of the third, 5-0 Kingston.
Top of the third, dominant so far for Kingston. Bunty, slow roller out, so hard and long. Cracks the bat, drops in front of the right fielder. So that's how you get back in the swing of things, get that average up. Theeks, the cold hitter, will pop it up in right field and is out. So Lane, your third baseman, strike 3. So Jeffrey Murphy Jr. on fire here. And Del Olmo will come up lead off single. So Rose, your 7th batter. Slow roller, third baseman, doesn't make a play, holds on. Who's cold. Cruz pop up to short. So that's an out. 1 out for Bland. Bland pop up and left. 2 outs. So Jingles rolls to the shortstop and out at second base. So we'll go to the top of the 4th with Kingston. Can San Bernardino make it interesting? So Jim will come up. Jim, the pop. Hummus Jr. does not want his diaper changed. Balls.
Uh-oh.
Balls deep and gone. So San Bernardino's on the board finally in the 4th. Here, get a second. That's how you start it. Let's go. Gonzalez, 9-hitter, cracks it into left field. And so single there, 2 outs. And second baseman gets out there into the grass for the 3rd out. Wow. Speed on the second baseman there. So Hills, the left fielder, will come up. Will walk, leadoff walk. You hate that as a pitcher. LaFleur can Daly settle down here. Oh, the grounder. They'll go for 1 out. They'll go for the second, and he's safe at second. So runner on first with 1 out. The slow roller, and he bobbles it. Confused on what he was thinking about doing with the ball and dropped it. Gravy pops it up to center, and the runner thought about it was a shallow hit. So Del Olmo will strike out. So Chank Daly gets out of that jam. His team now trying to back him up with some bunty. High pop up and right. 450 hitter will pop out. So hard and long. Grounded to the shortstop, and he's out. So Theeks, the grounder past the shortstop in left field, will stop at first. Lane, the cold hitter. Ground to the first baseman, will choose to get the. And that's 3 outs. So Rose will come up for Kingston and easy out and right. So Cruz, the cold hitter, high pop up in right field and the out. So Bland, your 9-hole hitter. And he puts it in the gap in front of the center fielder. So Jingles in left field for a single. So 2 runners for Hills and a walk. So bases juice with 2 outs. 2 new pitch. And the pop out with bases loaded. So Right Nut saves the day. And top of the 6th, Lim with the out. So Jim, Lim and then Jim. Another out. Catcher was there in time. Balls with the grounder. And he puts the blooper past the shortstop. So Gonzalez will come up, the 9-hitter. 2 outs. And he hacked at it and got the single. And the runner will go to third. And it stands in. So runners on the. Willis will pop it up and easy catch in right field. So bottom of the 6th for Kingston. Kirkby pop up left field and out. So Chili Gravy, Snusu. And it's deep, it's high, and it's gone. 400 feet. He laid into that. So Gravy with a solo shot to give his team a 6-1 lead. Wow. Del Olmo will come up. And with his team up 6-1, the grounder, the shortstop out. So 2 outs for Rose, the center fielder. The sidearm pitcher right now, strike 3. So Bunty now, can San Bernardino get back in this game? High pop up, top of the 7th, out. So hard and long with 11 ribbies on the year, looking to add to that. Oh, ground slow roll to the pitcher, out. So Theeks, crowbar Theeks, the lefty, grounder to the third baseman, out. So bottom of the 7th, can Kingston add to this lead to get back in the column again? Back-to-back wins. Cruz, it's high, it's in the warning track, and it's gone over the left field. Mount up. Wow. Amazing. So 7-1 lead for Kingston. The cold hitter breaks out of the cold spell. Well, still cold. Bland. Wow. So Cruz with a solo shot. Bland with a single. Mounty's absolutely rolling right now. Jingles with the pop-up at center, out. Oh, runner thought about it. Hills, the 2-hitter, out. So 2 outs for LaFleur. Ooh, a walk. So 2-out walk. Kirkby, cleanup hitter. And the grounder to the first baseman, he's out. So top of the 8th, LBG, can San Bernardino crawl back in this game?
That's a good question, as we're coming up now to the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the 66ers. Lane will start us off with a walk here. And Mounties with a good opportunity to get their 3rd win of the season now. Lim up next. Lim hitting right to the third baseman. And they're going to get the 5-4-3 double play there. Big Jim now. And Jim will take a walk. Runner at first, 2 outs, 4 dusty balls.
Dude, I suck at picking.
And that's going to be a fly out, and that'll retire the side, leaving 1 stranded. Bottom of the 8th we go. Kingston up by 6 now. We have Gravy, Del Olmo, and Rose. Chili Gravy. Chili Gravy! Over the wall, hitting the sign on the left field side.
The 2nd homer of the game for Chili.
Chili really coming through strong for the Mounties here. And that makes the score 8-1. This one past the third baseman, and that's going to put Del Olmo on base with no outs. No outs. And third baseman goes out to the outfield, makes that catch, out number 1. And this one's going the other way. It does out the distance. No, he catches at the warning track. Runner does not tag. 2 outs. Runner first. Bland. And Bland gets thrown out by the pitcher, and that'll retire the side. Last chance here for San Bernardino. Gonzalez, Willis, and Bunty. Gonzalez up first. Gonzalez towards right field, and that'll be a flyout for out number 1. Willis now. Willis towards the gap, left center.
Okay.
And that is over the fence. And that will help San Bernardino's cause as they make the score now 8-2. And this one to the gap. What's that?
Kingston nervous. The Mounties fans quiet.
Right. Runner first now. Down by 6. And this is over the wall. Right field as well. And San Bernardino chipping into that lead from Kingston makes the score now 8-4.
Hard and long.
Hard and long is right. Deeks. And this looks like it's going to be a pop out to center field. Last chance here. Lane. Lane, tapper to the pitcher. Dozar makes the play at first. And that'll do it as the Mounties get their 3rd win of the season now. Go 3-12 with a score of 8-4. 13 hits to 11. 3 errors for the 66ers in this one. I've been asked to speed up my box score reading here, so we're just going to take a look at the best batter. Balls with 3 hits. Kingston, several multi-hit games, 2 RBIs for Chili Gravy with 2 hits. San Bernardino, Daly getting their 2nd loss. Kingston, Jeffrey Murphy Jr., their 1st win. Player of the game is Chili Gravy. And that takes us to game number 2, the 66ers and the Mounties. Oh, we just watched that one. Wheelers and the Kingpins.
So Kingpins Wheelers, Nochio is your best batter, 2 for 2 with 2 single score runs. So we'll go down. Nice for the Kingpins who moved to 9 and 6, and nice record. And we'll go down to the pitchers. And Gonzalez got in there, but Kingpin 2-0, but blew the save and got the win and blew the save. Interesting. And oh no, takes a loss 0-1, but Pete Nochio mentioned earlier.
No, you're breaking up.
How we doing now? Still breaking up?
Nope, you're good now.
Yeah. Got to figure that out.
All right, and that takes us to game number 3, the Hepcats and the Swifties. Swifties win this one to score 4-3. 2 in the bottom of the ninth. Danny B was a walk-off hero for State College with the game tied. In the bottom of the ninth inning, the Swifties second baseman hit a dramatic run-scoring single to send the teams home. Kansas City, no multi-hits for them. On the other side, just 2 RBIs from Jimbo there. Kansas City pitching, Richard getting their first hold. Digger Jr., their second loss and third blown save. And for State College, Jader getting their first win. 1-1 now for Jader. Luke Arroyo, player of the game. Game number 4, the Dillos and the Dynamos.
Dynamos prevail 6-4 over Amarillo. Sean Spencer went 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Myth helped out with a 4th inning 2-run single. Was 1 for 5, so we'll go down. Congrats to the Dynamos. Let's see. Stedman the third gets the win. Styles the hold. Unitas with the third save. Sims with their loss 0-3. But Sean Spencer, aforementioned, player of the game.
And that brings us now to our majors games. And no majors games for today. So, being that this was the 4th, we move now to our last feature matchup, which is the Hepcats versus the Swifties.
All right, well, congrats, Hepcats, another win. Probably going to go 1-7. I think you act hard to be that bad. I don't think you can really, that's more difficult to do than anything. It's just literally picking a coin flip. So, not feeling good.
All right, and pitching for Hepcats is Joden with a 2-0 record, 1.93 ERA versus Jimmy Leathershoe, 1-1 record with a 6.92 ERA. Pulling up the matchups, it is 6-3 in the Hepcats' favor. Hepcats have the pitching advantage as well, and first batter is going to be Thomas Rose.
I'm getting crapped on in the chat, justifiably.
Uh-oh. Pitcher with the windup, and that was a strikeout looking for Rose, and that'll bring up Howard. Howard, the line drive to center field, and that is caught for out number 2. Taters, first baseman, gets that one, throws to the pitcher, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the first we go. Swifties up now. Pop fly infield, and that is caught for out number 1. This one is hit right in front of the center fielder for a base hit, and Dub City gets on base. Here comes Danny B. Shortstop gets 1, but they do not go for 2. Runner first, 2 outs. Runner going to second.
Oh.
And it looked like he got thrown out. Yes.
Oh, got gunned.
Caught stealing. And that'll retire the side. And that takes us now to the top of the second. Kansas City up. Scott down the left field line, and Scott's going to get on with the single to start us off here. And Colvin's up now, 1 on. Colvin. Oh, third baseman. Looked like he bobbled it and it rolled by him. Runners at first and second now, but that was not counted as an error. And we'll get a walk here from Torrent. Bases juiced now for Hodge. Still no outs. Loaded bases. And that drops in front of the center fielder. And that's going to score 1. Runner from third does not go, though. It is 1-0. Here comes Mr. Robot. And that's hit right to second baseman. And they do get 2. But the runner scores again from third base, and that makes it 2-0 Hepcats. And, oh, the shortstop bobbles that one. And that'll score another run. And that is counted as an error. Runner going to second. Runner safe with the steal. And this one's past the shortstop. This could score another one. Here it comes. And that is an RBI single from Rose. It is now 4-0 Hepcats. Runner going to second. And another stolen base. Second one in this inning. Howard now towards the gap left center field. And left fielder's there to catch that one. Leaves the runner stranded. But Kansas City gets 4 on the board. Bottom of the second we go. Swifties up. Middle of the lineup. Dominguez, Dinkle, and Mungus.
Swifties.
Dominguez Jr. Dominguez Jr. Towering shot, left field, and that is over the fence. Goodbye. 384 feet by Sir Dr. Javier Dominguez Jr. And that makes the score 4-1.
Fancy name.
Right? And that one will drop for a out in center field. Caught. And infield fly out to the second baseman, out number 2. Second baseman gets this one and makes the out at first, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. Top of the third we go. Kansas City up 4-1.
The road to a comeback is paved through solo shots, but the Hepcats Taters pop up and left, out. So Scott will come up. Sean Scott, slow roller, third baseman. Get there. Safe infield single for Scott. Nice base running. Colvin.
Oh, we got him.
Oh, he was thinking about going and he got him. Wow, I blinked once and
it was
just
over.
like that. Leathershoe gets out of there. A nice pitching defensive play by Leathershoe. Drozdov drops in a single in front of the center fielder. So Jimbo now 9-hitter. Can he get something going here? A pop up to the third baseman comes in for the catch. So Makaka, left fielder's there. So can Dub City do something with his runner on first with 2 outs? that render, my goodness. Is that Kane?
I think so.
Unmasked Kane? Or Masked Kane, excuse me. DB. Oh, okay. So bases juice now with 2 outs. Ken Sr., who broke it open earlier. Oh, strike 3. He checked and the appeal, he lost on the appeal. So Torrent will come up for Kansas City. And you can't do that. You can't leave runners stranded on all 3 bases. So Leathershoe, though, settling in here with 2 outs. It walks the third batter. So Joe comes up. And, strike 3. What happened to drop the ball? I don't even know what happened.
Looked like he hit it to the shortstop and got him out.
Got the force out at second. So bottom of the fourth we go. Dinkle. Ground out to the third baseman. Humongous now, hitting 250. And the classic OTP 21 curvature, don't know what that is. Saltalamacchia Jr. Nice hit there, hitting 111 on the year. Oh, we'll go to second. And safe. Sliding in for the double there with 2 outs. Oh, strike 3. So Michael Joden, Thomas Rose will come up, strike out. Howard, grounder to the shortstop, throws there. So Taters will come up and will pop up and out. So 1, 2, 3 for the Swifties. So Jimbo will come up, the 9-hitter. Will pop up and left, easy out there. So Hakaka will get the single with 1 out. So Dub City hitting 369, pretty nice average. Can he do something with his runner? Nope, he won't. So out in left field, Danny B with the grounder there. So 2 runners now for Sir Doctor, excuse me. And the grounder to the shortstop. He's safe. Nice base running. Great speed there. So Dinkle, bases juiced. And the easy ground to the second baseman. Oh, and he's out. I thought he bobbled it, but he didn't. So bottom of the 5th ends with no runs scored. Top of the 6th we go. Got ground to the third baseman. Nice throw there. Colvin pop. Oh, easy out. Slapped hard on the ground there. Torrent. Easy grounder for the first baseman, gets there. So State College, can we put some runs up here? Strikeout. Saltalamacchia pops up in right field. out. So Drozdov hitting 241 with 9 ribbies. Strikeout 1-2-3 for Michael Jordan, who's officially locked in. And Hodge will come up for Kansas City. A towering shot there in right field at the warning track, but the right Drozdov is there. So out Kansas City with 1 out. Slaps it to the second baseman, out. So Joe will come up, hitting 385 out of the 9-hole. And it's up and it's out of here. See ya. The 9-hitter with their first homer on the year, hitting 429 now to get this game to a 5-1 lead. State College now, bottom of the 7th, Jaggedy Jimbo will ground out. So Makaka ground to the second baseman. Dub City now. Here we go. 2 outs. Ground to the shortstop. A lot of ground balls there for MacArthur. So top of the 8th we go. Kansas City with LBG.
All right, and next batters up for Kansas City, Howard, Taters, and Scott. Number 2, Howard. And that's an infield flyout to the shortstop, out number 1. This one hits right to the first baseman, runs over, makes a play, out number 2. In line drive right to the shortstop, 1-2-3 inning, bottom of the 8th. Swifties down by 4. 6 outs remaining. Middle of their lineup now. And Danny B hits right to third baseman, and that is out. And here's Mr. Sir Dr. Javier Dominguez Jr. And shortstop throws that one out for out number 2. And we'll get a walk here from Dinkle, and that'll bring up Humongous. Humongous past the third baseman, and that'll put 2 runners on, 2 outs. This one hits a second baseman, makes the play at first, leaves 2 stranded. Top of the 9th we go. Kansas City up. Colvin, Torrent, and Hodge. Colvin up next. And this is going to be a fly out to center for out number 1. Torrent now. Torrent will strike out looking, and that'll bring up Danny Hodge. And Hodge struck out as well. Last chance here for the Swifties. We got Drozdov, Jimbo, and Haka. Drozdov. And this is going to be a fly out in the infield. Shortstop runs over to pitcher's mound, makes that play. Jimbo hitting right to the third baseman. Last chance, Haka. And that'll draw for a base hit. Haka getting a base.
Some life here.
Dub City. 2 outs, 1 on. Dub City. And that'll drop a right field. Runners at first and second now. Danny B. Too much height, and that's going to be caught, and that will do it. As the Hepcats continue their streak here, 13-3 now on the season, beating the Swifties 5-1, 11 hits to 6. 2 hits here for Scott for Kansas City. Over on the other side, 3 hits for Dub City. Pitching for Kansas City, Jodan gets their 3rd win. El Charo gets their 2nd save for Swifties. Jimmy Leathershoe gets their 2nd loss. Player of the game is Michael Jodan. And that takes us now to game number 2, the Dynamos and the Dillos.
And the Dillos fall short 6-5. Panda was 3 for 4 with a homer, a double, and a walk, and scored 2 runs. Nice day at the plate for Panda. A nice win for the Dynamos. We'll go down to get the night going here. Let's see. Win for Lassie, 1-0. Hold for Brown, 3rd. Unitas gets their 4th save. Frucking, 2-1. Junie Panda is your player of the game.
Game number 3, 66ers and the Mounties. 66ers win, a score of 5-3, 12 hits to 6, 3 errors total for both teams. 3 hits and an RBI for Long on the 66ers side. Over on the other side, only single hit games for Kingston. San Bernardino pitching. Shu gets the win in relief. For Kingston, Law takes the loss in relief. Play of the game is Bubble Bones. Game 4, Wheelers and Kingpins.
And Kingpins edge the Wheelers 3-2. We'll see Dave Mann, the starter, played well. Acuna Matata 4. Scored a single and a run-scoring single with the bottom of the 5th. So nice game for Matata. We'll go down to the pitchers. Dave Mann, 3-1 on the year with the win. Couldn't stay in for one more out. Schumacher came in for the save. Danielson, 0-3 on the year now. But Dave Mann is your player of the game for Chicago.
And that finishes us out for the minors. Taking a look at the standings here. 13-3 for the Hepcats, 4 back for the 66ers, 6 back for the Dillos, and Wheeler 7 back. On the Eastern Division side, Kingpins 10-6 on the season, Dynamos 1 back, 3 back are the Swifties, and 7 back are the Mounties. Moving now to Majors box scores. First game, we have the Toros and the Raptors. Raptors winning this one, getting their 7th win of the season now, 9-7, 12 hits to 9. Best player over here is going to be Munson for Cancun. 2 runs, 2 hits, and 2 RBIs. On the other side, 2 runs, 2 hits, and 2 RBIs for Lucas Gold. Pitching for Cancun, striker spin rate, their 3rd loss, 2-3 now for them. Bill Bisquick, 2-0 now. Pitching wise, Paul getting their 3rd hold, and Detective Wooloo their 1st save of the season. Player of the game is Jake Grins.
All these pitchers used. Look at that. Providence win 8-7 on the road at the OBX Aviators. So Providence now 13-4. Izzy drove in 3 runs and scored twice, hit 2 bombs. Definitely your batter of the game for both teams. Not enough to win. Pearson, Wilson, Euclides Garcia, Horse, and Shower Handle. Pearson with the win. 3 holds there, and Shower Handle been caught in 3-1 after giving up 4 runs. But Izzy from OBX is your player of the game in a losing effort.
Game 3, Demons and the Sloss. Sloss win this one barely, 3-2, 6 hits to 4. Batting wise, we have a run, 2 hits, and a RBI from Gaelic Gladiator. For San Antonio, a run, a hit, and 2 RBIs from John Camden. For Detroit, Colvin Fairborn gets their 4th loss of the season. Ryan Rose takes their 1st win for San Antonio. Falco Von Adler their 3rd hold, and Dugan their 3rd save. Player of the game is Ryan Rose.
Nice. Ryan Rose is in the conversation last year for pitcher of the year. Rougarous came up 3-2. Voyager scored 2 in the bottom of the 6th and never looked back to take the lead. Batting wise, 3-for-4 for Harrison. How did Rove do? 0-for-3. Okay, still having a nice year. 2 more RBIs to add to their nice RBI year. 3 earned runs for Woken Fuss. Slothface gave up 2 and gets the win 2-2. Spruce and Morgan came in, but Slothface, your player of the game for New York.
Game 5, Space Rangers and the Stars. Space Rangers win this one, break their slump, getting their 5th win of the season. 4-1, 6 hits for both teams. 2 hits for Bogart for Florida. Over on the Nashville side, 2 hits for Kevin Hunter. Pitching, Florida Buster Nutt gets their 1st win of the season. Torkelton getting their 2nd hold, and Domingo Pozo their 2nd save. And for Nashville, Taylor Johnson taking their 3rd loss. Player of the game is Buster Nutt.
And the Scorpions at the Vandals. Scorpions top of that game, and they moved to 14-3. Sim rallied to get the win, ripped a solo shot in the 7th. Definitely the clutchest at bat of the game for both teams. Johnny had 2-for-4 with a run scored. 3-for-4 for James Love. Shout out. He was. Let's see. Blue Line only gave up 2. No decision. Johnson gets the loss after giving up a run. Styles 3-1 now. Only gave up 2 runs. McConnell with the hold. Lung with the save. Tristan saw him earlier. But Harry Styles is your player of the game for Death Valley.
And that finishes us out for today. Last day of the sim is going to be the 6th of June, and that is just a PBE quick sim only. And just to confirm, looking at the minors here, no minors games. And so we will move now to game number 1, the Scorpions and the Vandals. And the Vandals beating the Scorpions here, just barely getting 3 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Herb Sessions was the walk-off hero for Vancouver. With the game tie in the bottom of the 9th inning, the Vandals' 3rd baseman hit a dramatic run-scoring single to send the teams home. 11 hits to 9. Death Valley batting. Best batter here is going to be first name, last name, 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 RBIs. And for Vancouver, it looks like it might be, no, it's Herb Sessions, a run, 2 hits, and 2 RBIs. Chris King got 2 hits as well, all right. Death Valley, Leong and Relief gets their first hold. Brass Lemon, their first loss and first blown save. And for Vancouver, Gonzalo Pena gets their first win of the season. Congratulations, Gonzalo. Sure hope you're watching this. 3 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, 39 pitches. Ed Barker is your player of the game.
In a losing effort, though, but that helps my fantasy team. Ed Barker, Wombat. Florida Space Rangers get the win 10. Drop off the Stars, who have fallen off on the second sim after a first sim. Florida batters, a lot of nice hitting, but Bogart, most hits out of anybody. 3 for 5. 2 for 3 with 2 walks, though, for Farley Hank. We'll go down to the pitchers now. Colton Kai, who threw a perfect game last year, gave up only a run in 6 innings. Hilmer is your player of the game, but Varga will take 7 runs for Nashville. But Benjamin Hilmer is your player of the game.
Game 3, the Crabs and the Aviators, and the Crabs win this one. Score of 8-2, 11 hits to 7. Looking at Providence batting, our best batter here looks like it's going to be Knox, Raven Knox, 2 hits and 3 RBIs. For Outer Banks, we have 2 hits and an RBI from Bergen Cannon. Pitching, Jose 43 gets their 4th win. And for Outer Banks, Walker Cato takes their 3rd loss. Player of the game is Jose 43. Whoops.
Nice game for Van Hooligan, who's in the chat with us. Brew hit 2 homers and a Rougarous win. Out hit the Voyagers 12-9. Let's see. Sneck, the leadoff hitter, went 2 for 5, who's with us, King Cobra. Let's see. For New York, 2 for 4 for Rove, 2 for 4 for Tentacion, middle of the order. But not enough. New Orleans, Coco McQueen, probably the best game of the year for Philly. Went the whole game, only gave up 3 runs and 6 strikeouts. But Chris Brew is your player of the game.
Game number 5, the Toros and the Raptors. And Raptors are going to win this one, a score of 9-4, 11 hits to 7. Even with 2 errors, Raptors still pull off the win here. Batting wise, a run, 2 hits, and 3 RBIs for Jax. Over on the Boise end, 3 runs, 3 hits, and 4 RBIs for Petra Sabor. Pitching wise for Cancun, Peter Dawson takes their 2nd loss this season. And for Boise, Collins getting there, and that is Daniel Collins, is it? No, Dusty Collins. 2nd win, 2 and 3 now for them. Petra Sabor is your player of the game. Petra Sabor ties the Boise regular season game record for home runs with 3 home runs. And
wow, that goes back to Utah, so that's a
right.
Wow. 4-3 win. Demons on the road at San Antonio. They moved to 5-13. Let's see. The Detroit pitcher Silas Young had a standout performance. Gaelic Gladiator for the Sloths. Gave the Sloths fits. Look at that. Drove in 2 runs with 3 hits. We'll keep it moving. And the Young is your winner. It goes to 2 and 3. Chadwick, Leafers player, gets a 2nd save. Flowers, though, takes the loss 3-1. Callaway Flowers, but player of the game is Silas, who went 6.1 and gave up 3 runs, 7 strikeouts.
And looking at the standings now for the end of the sim, Crabs 14-4 now on the season. Voyagers 2 back, Toros 5 back, Aviators 7 back, Rougarous 8 back, and Space Rangers 8 back. Over on the Western Division side, Scorpions 14-4, tied with the Crabs for best record in the league right now. Sloths are 4 back, Vandals are 4 back, Raptors are 6 back, Stars 7 back, and Demons 9 back. So pretty tight race, especially
the wild card race, especially. A bunch of teams right there within 3, pretty much the whole league. Still in it for a wild card spot. So got the parity we wanted.
Absolutely. So that's going to finish it up here. Let me go ahead and check my settings for uploading to the index. That looks good. This looks good. And let me just check one thing here. Make sure I do not have any private messages from anybody before I get started uploading. I do not. So we're going to go ahead and start. I should get my little error thingy here pop up. And we'll click OK. And there we go. So, sim number 2 of the season. What do you think so far?
Wow. A lot of excitement for sure. Kind of did better than usual with the timing. Ending, it's only 9:04 p.m., but I'll be putting out a poll to see, do we like diving into box scores? Do we not? Do we want to just stick to action and see who won each game and announce the player of the game for each game? Or do we want to dive in deep, check out box scores so people could see their player and how they did? It's a tough call because, the dream would be to have shorter streams for all involved. I think even for the viewer, what do we have? 34 viewers. We dropped off late in the night. We were in the 40s, pretty good for minor league night.
We were 50 something when we started.
Smitty said no audio.
No audio.
Big Titty Smitty.
Let me look.
Can anyone in the chat hear us? Okay, we can hear you. Trout said they can.
Okay.
Thank you, Trout. Thank you, Yakko. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, and I'll be putting up a poll. Do we like diving in? And probably 2 polls. Do you want to see shorter streams? Yes or no? Because the people should be controlling how we do. We want it's for them. The whole point is to try to maximize viewer. Maybe if we shorten the streams, like I said, we were in the late 50s for viewers.
Yeah.
And now we trailed off to mid to low 30s. So something I'm always paying attention to, and in one of the servers I'm in, one of the many, you get named commissioner, you get added
everywhere.
like right. 5 servers overnight. So
yeah, I do agree that as far as the box scores go, maybe it would be better just to read the actual scores on the main scores page, just cover the winning, losing pitcher, player of the game, and then just say the score itself. We do miss out on some things like records and that sort of thing, but I guess the players and the teams can go back afterwards and pour over the box scores for their teams and look at that at that point. But I think if we did that, we could probably cut off a good 30-40 minutes from each sim at least. Maybe
at
even
least,
more.
Yeah, you got to think, because yes, of course, the goal is to go 10 seconds each, but I love numbers, and it's hard for me to look at a list of numbers and not admire some of them.
Right.
It's a catch-22, you speed through, but then for me, the experience is the numbers. So if you don't show me, then maybe we can go a little quicker, because I love numbers. So.
Absolutely. This one guy has 7 RBIs. This other guy has 5 runs. That pitcher down there got 12 strikeouts. The next thing you know, we've gone 30 seconds into one box score. So yeah. But as far as the teams are going right now, some pretty big surprises. I did think Aviators look like they were starting to do a little better. Maybe as the season goes on, they can start becoming more of a threat. Another big team, up until the series that they had with the Scorpions, the Stars have been doing pretty well as well. I do think pretty much any team that goes up against the Scorpions is going to have a hard time. But other than that, the Stars have been playing very well. They had a couple of good series against the Vandals. So the Johnson brothers have done a great job turning that team around. I think over the next couple seasons, I think they'll even become better. And the fact that they're in the West as well, West is really becoming stacked with some big teams. Sloths are doing a lot better. Vandals and Scorpions have always been a pretty fierce rivalry, but now Sloths are tied with the Vandals, and right on their heels, we have the other three teams who are still all in contention as well. So, two sims in out of 12. It's still pretty early. We still have 10 to go. Another 90 games, something like that. So anything can happen between now and then. But so far, all the teams have shown, they've got a chance of winning. If they can turn things around, maybe tweak their lineups some, work on their strategies, maybe we could have some real surprises this season. The biggest surprise for me so far has been the Mounties. The Mounties, such a great season last season, getting I think it was 64 wins. They beat out the Dynamos by one game to clinch home field advantage and win the division. And they must have just been decimated by the call-ups, because ever since the off season, Diesel, warned me a few weeks ago, saying, Mounties not looking like they did last season. But I just, I was really surprised that, they were like 1-11 before they started pulling things around this last series. So we'll just have to see how it goes with the Mounties. But Swifties playing a lot better. Swifties, did have a losing record last season. So for them to start turning it around, I think is good. But the Hepcats.
I refuse to get my hopes up.
Yeah, Hepcats went from first to last, first again just about. Winning the season 18 World Series, and then having that brutal season last season, and now they're turning it back around again. So, Hepcats, great start. I expect good things out of Enoch and that team. So we'll just have to see how that goes with them. But, pretty crazy season so far. Everything's kind of topsy-turvy.
Yeah. I think I noticed, do we have the same record? The Vandals have the same
No, you broke up. Vandals have the same
record as the Slots?
Yes. They were both 4 back, so that would put them at 10 and 8, I believe. And it looks like we're done here. Let me go ahead and click the link to get the index updated. Let me find the correct channel here.
So we ended the first stream 4 and 5, like 10 and 8, like the Slots. So can't avoid each other, Spider-Man. Should be interesting how the season plays out.
Absolutely. And it looks like it's extracted. I'm checking it now, looking at the setups here. Let's see if this got updated. And there we go. So index is updated. We are going to go ahead and sign out for the night. Any last words, Hummus God, before we take off?
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Chat was awesome tonight. For 7 picks. I'll have that updated media article coming out soon, and hopefully Saturday we could bounce back. I mean, you can't do much worse than that. So you can only go up.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I hope everybody has a good night. Again, our next stream is this coming Saturday, and let me just pull up here real quick, see who our streamer is for that one, and that is going to be Diesel J. So Diesel J will be your streamer for this Saturday. We don't have a specific time yet, but I'm sure Diesel will let us know in the next day or two when he'll be starting. So I hope everybody has a great evening. This is Legally Blind Gamer and Hummus God signing off, and you have a good night.
Good night, everybody. Are we off?